Maybe a little one?
So, intro?
Yeah, intro. Hey, intro.
Intro.
Improv. And welcome to the Pot Topic Podcast. That's the last funny thing you'll hear all show. On this podcast... Oh, sorry, I'm the host, Tom, and with me I have other hosts. We have Luke.
Wagwan.
We have Danny.
Good morning.
We have Taryn.
Oh, and in a couple of minutes, you're going to have Taryn's bowels.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, baby.
It is morning, it's a sober cast, and we're chugging down the coffee.
We certainly are.
And
the coffee,
each other.
The coffee today is Taylor's Lava Java, hot Lava Java.
Is that actually called that?
Yeah,
That's such a wicked name for coffee.
It's number 6 on their scale out of 5. And yeah, it smells.
It smells like a 6.
Yep, it smells like basically like there's somewhere in its genetics is dirt. You know, in the family tree somewhere.
I can certainly say that it is indeed coffee, but beyond that, I can't really hazard anything.
Heathen!
Need to get this shit in me. All right, cool.
yeah, so on this podcast we have 2 pots full of topics submitted by our hosts and community. Pull them out at random and bullshit for about 2 hours. I was drinking the coffee we just talked about.
Yeah. Should we
Just
do
fuck whiskey because it's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
we could do some of that. We could do some of that. But first, should we do some of the other thing?
Like, what do we get
What
up
would
to?
go?
Yeah, let's talk about like.
That's how it normally works, right?
Yo, Danny, how are you?
Absolutely marvellous. Yeah, I've been up to a few things recently. Last weekend, I went away with other host Heather. We went camping with some friends. Awesome, good fun. Got a slackline out, did some of that.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
I got way too hot and I complained about it loudly, which is an integral part of any camping trip with me.
Absolutely. I think that's just a British thing in general, isn't it?
No, I mean Danny in particular. I don't like the heat. Danny's something
allergic.
else.
He's allergic to heat. Like,
I remember there being a night here when I was just falling asleep on the sofa and Luke was outside going into the garden and it was hot. And the last thing I heard before I fell asleep was Luke going, "It's just no fun unless Danny's out here to complain about it."
Oh,
Yes, that's been me. Luke?
well, I haven't really been up to much except for researching new tropics. Like, I've been working mostly. I'm just like working 12-hour days at the moment.
Which one? Like Tropic of Cancer at the moment you're looking at?
New tropics.
What's New Tropics?
It's like they're like drugs that affect your brain in what they.
In a positive way.
Yeah, but like nootropics are like can vary from plants to like specifically engineered drugs like racetams, like oxiracetam, piracetam, and anaracetam, which are like
not heard of any of
They
this.
help you think.
But they repair neurons in the brains. They help with memory. They help with concentration. They rebuild stuff that were broken. They help with adrenal fatigue, and they help with like they're like an antidepressant because they help balance out your hormones and stuff.
All right. I mean, is this kind of fucking superfood territory?
No. Like,
Or is this
heavy research into?
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's
and to be honest,
interesting.
they all sound
human
like
trials.
They all
like-
sound like prop bands. Racetam.
Oh yeah, that's yeah from Havana.
Yeah, they're a spin-off of Rahatatata.
You mean Ratatat?
That's the one.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically what I've done.
Sweet, fair enough.
Yeah, it's only been a week since the last
exactly.
recording, hasn't it?
Yeah, really, I've turned it around pretty quick. Like, I've not even finished editing the last one yet.
Yeah, fine, sure.
We need to get them in. We need to get them done.
Let's get them in. Let's get them done.
Exactly.
Let's knock this shit out the park.
No.
No, let's do it. Let's find a park. Let's take all of this shit and let's just fucking knock it out.
Office space.
That should be the final. That should be the final episode of the podcast. If it ever ends, just throwing everything into a park.
I mean, if we didn't have all this gear, I think we could do it with like 4 or 5 megaphones and just like walk around town and do it very loudly. In fact, I think I know people with 4 or 5 megaphones.
That would be so good. It'd be like the equivalent of Twitter but you're forced to listen to it. It's just like people just shouting their thoughts.
Yeah, just like advertising in general, really. Cool. I mean, I am very happy to announce, very proud to say,
He's pregnant.
excited to share, and over the moon to sort of bring to everyone here. The past week, I've done basically dick all.
Yeah.
It's been just dick all.
You fully had me there as well. Like 100%. I was like, I know it's going to be something silly, but like,
No, I saw Brightburn at the cinema. That was Brightburn. It's kind of thrown under the radar. It doesn't surprise me it's thrown under your radar, Tom. But essentially, it's like the Gunn brothers have gone. All right, okay. Superhero movie. Only it's a horror film.
Okay.
Sounds awesome.
So it's if you imagine like the start of Superman, just like Superman lands on Earth and it's his youth. All right, it's that, but this ain't no Superman.
Right.
This bad kid, and it's I mean and also it's and then it's.
it does sound like a film to be fair.
But on the other hand,
Certainly
there's
sounds like
also
to describe one.
no. I mean, it's cool. I didn't feel like I wasted my time.
Yeah, cool.
It's
That's very important in the modern day and age. The amount of shit that's about, like when you do watch something, when it's just fine, it's better than handling.
Beats expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a shame.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, it was so close to a cool movie, and it just didn't do it.
Yeah. Entertaining enough, but not actually going the full whack.
Yeah, and some of the shit was just like it was obviously supposed to be. Oh, God, that's fucking awful. But yeah, I went to see it with Kel, so we're in the front row sniggering like children.
So it was a comedy.
I mean, it could
With Kel in tow, it's a comedy.
Yes, yeah. So there's that.
Oh yeah, I converted to Islam. So.
Oh yeah, I mean that's always good. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got this new. No, that was last week.
No, shells. The shells.
My life is just it's just an endless, constant drag of ceaseless mediocrity now. This is how things. I'm in my 30s, bitches. I'm in my 30s. I just got a promotion. I have a house. That's it. It's just grey and dust from now on.
You're not the man I once
Stop asking
knew.
me about stuff that I've done, all right? And maybe one time it'll be, oh, I had a really nice bit of monkfish. But that'll be like once every couple of months.
I hope
Like,
your
that's
phone's
it.
broken now. You've knocked it on the floor for that statement.
Oh my god!
I mean, your life is ceaseless mediocrity, he says as he's surrounded by his friends. So thank you very much for that.
It's a fair cop. Speaking about being an adult,
Yeah, go for it.
Oh god!
I gave into the Steam sale again.
Oh, good man. What have you got?
What? Sorry?
Every Jackbox game.
No, you did not buy more shit and How is that to do with being an adult?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you've got money to spend on what you want.
But my
That's all of
I
that.
justified
But he doesn't want it.
I justified it to myself because I didn't buy anything in the last Steam sale.
There's a sale. It's DFS.
Yeah,
Steam is just DFS for computer games.
You got the Easter sale, the summer sale, the winter sale, and probably a couple more.
The sale.
I was good, and I didn't have one in the last one.
It's
Wherever
like,
it was
this
Winter
week,
sale,
because
whatever.
there's a sale on, we've got this new sale.
Well,
I mean,
come
when the
on.
sales are that good, I'm not going to complain.
What game, if any, have you actually
Played? None of them.
Or would you even consider actually going out of your way to play it?
no, all right. I did buy one that I have almost played to completion already.
Oh, what's that?
Moss on VR, which I was talking to Danny about last
That's
night.
the one where you play the mouse.
No.
Yeah,
It's,
VR, right?
it's where you play that guy from the IT crowd.
I would buy that.
That would be
virtual
so
reality
good.
game.
That'd be amazing.
That would be so joke.
That seems like it'd be like just one of those really dumb simulators.
Yeah. Any
like the Rick
people
and
listening
Morty
out there that make those simulators, make a Moss simulator.
It wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't already an IT crowd game, even like a Flash one that exists on the website.
That's
It's the
true.
kind of thing that they'd have.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, there'll be something.
So Moss is really cool. So yeah, you play simultaneously play like a spirit god type thing, moving around the level, manipulating the level whilst puzzle platforming with a mouse.
Like one of those indie games, like Ori and the Blind Forest. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, nowhere near as Massacre as that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've got everything with this little mouse completely correct. Like, I've fallen in love with this tiny little mouse.
Yeah.
Like, you finish a puzzle that you've been racking your brain with for a few minutes, and the mouse triumphantly goes, yeah, fist pumping in the air, and then holds up a paw so you can high five her. It's just like, yes. That's exactly what the mouse should do at that point. It's just like, fuck it. Like, to the point where she'll walk, so it's a series of like diorama like room things. And so once you get to one, you'll walk Moss. Oh no, what's her name? Quill, I think. The mouse's name. And you walk her off screen and she comes on the other side of the screen after a fade out. I have to every time wave at her. She waves back and then get on with the puzzle.
She puts up her hand and you've been on a puzzle for ages. You're like, yeah, fucking have it. But at least it's got you. It sounds like you're invested in the characters, which is something that doesn't seem to happen a lot in.
It never
a lot of
fucking
games.
happens to me. Never.
There are so few characters to actually relate to.
And even in games I've really enjoyed, a lot of the time it's not because of the characters, it's just the mechanics or the gameplay or the graphics.
Yeah,
are good.
precisely. Yeah,
absolutely.
Whereas Last of Us, okay, that's something I got invested in the characters, but that's I think Last of Us is really good storytelling, but the gameplay was actually not that great.
Yeah, that's why I
Didn't play it.
You were playing it for the story,
story-wise, it was amazing, but like the gameplay was.
That's not what I've heard at all. I mean, it's Naughty Dog, so they do their shit like.
Oh, it's
really
a good
well.
game. It's a good game, but it's just it's a bit clunky,
right?
Mechanically, but the story and the game, I love the game. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, that's actually the opposite, because it's one of those games where like I enjoyed it because I was so invested in the characters.
Yeah, I mean, the thing you got to remember with Last of Us is that it's not a power fantasy; it's a survival. So you've got to have that clunkiness in there to add. It's why fucking Resident Evil had tank controls. It's why Resident Evil 2 remastered got so big, because it is that clunky old school feel, but it's a part of the horror because you're getting chased by something and you don't know if you have the mechanical skill to escape. Yeah.
It's like,
So yeah, that's those 4 games that I bought on Steam sale, and then I thought, I'm neglecting my Switch, so I went onto the Nintendo store and I bought Cadence of Hyrule because I couldn't buy Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that.
Crypt of the Necrodancer. If you played that game, it's that Zelda dungeon crawling. It's a Zelda.
Metroid. What's it? Metroidvania, isn't it? That's type of you get one thing and then move on to.
No. Crypt of the Necrodancer and Cadence of Hyrule. They're essentially rhythm adventure games.
Yeah. So basically, you have to move on the beat of the music in order to attack enemies, and
that's quite interesting.
It's really fun. But I had to get that. Played it for about an hour, and it was this is Crypt of the Necrodancer through and through. But I've got 4 temples to defeat, and then get on with it. And then I pre-ordered Mario Maker, but I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet.
What, Mario Maker 2?
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
It does actually have some like decent add-ons. Like, I was like, how the fuck can they even
improve on
or how can they even change it to a point that's worth buying again? But they added some like decent mechanics and some new things that weren't just in the game. I found it interesting that whole game spawned from what the developers used to actually build Mario, and someone just went, why don't we just fucking release that?
This is actually quite fun. Yeah. So it's been a week and I've bought 6 or 7 games, I guess, and played one of them.
At least
on 2 of them.
Tom, I'd have to say I'm pretty proud of you that you've at least played one, because I would have expected you to buy 20 games and you would never play it.
But I'm going to say this doesn't include my Humble Bundle that's come through. Like, I've got Hellblade, I'm never going to play that game.
Well, isn't that just like a monthly subscription? So it's not your choice. You didn't actively buy it, so it definitely doesn't count.
You're never going to play Hellblade?
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
You can just give games to people, right?
Yeah. Do you want it?
Cool. Yeah. I mean, yes, because there's the PC saga continues, because the model I was going to get is no longer made. So I can either spend 200 less and trade down on processor, or spend 200 more and trade up on graphics cards.
No, Taran.
So I don't know what I'm going to do.
You do.
No, Taran, seriously.
I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Seriously, I can build you a PC cheaper. I can 100%. Like, I used to build PCs.
I know. I mean, Danny has said, you've said, Bugs, Chris said. I'm sure if I asked Tom and then sort of offered a beer, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I still need to give her a rig, bitch.
Good evening.
Let's jack in.
Taran, you actually inspired me to buy a computer.
Oh, shit.
After you said that you were getting one, and I started looking at them to try and find you a better deal,
Yep.
I just bought myself one.
What did you buy?
Fucking like dragged in by the other.
We are fucking capitalist dreams right now.
I know. Nothing too fancy. My one was having some problems for a while, and I felt like I deserved it.
You do, Danny.
I have no doubt that you do.
And I'm getting up to 300 hours in Slay the Spire, which is the most basic game, and I don't need the really expensive graphics card that I just
played
paid
on
for
my
a lot.
tablet.
It's so good.
Yeah, but at least it runs smooth as fuck, right?
Slay the Spire, is that the cards?
The card dungeon crawl, roguelike.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like a trading card game.
No, it's a deck building game. You start off with a basic few cards, and then you get to add random cards in that you pick one out of 3 choices that they give you, and you can upgrade them and various things.
Yo, you
happen.
ever played
battle
Dominion?
against People.
Oh, what? It's like Dominion.
Ish, only
It's more like Thunderstone, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Thunderstone.
You're right. You should bring the. Yeah, I would love to play Thunderstone again. Anyway, should we fucking? That's we're not a video game podcast at all.
Welcome to the Video Game Podcast.
Are we not?
No, we're
we not?
Dungeons and Dragons and Video Games
Fuck it.
podcast.
Do you know what? Let me tell you about. I made it onto Disc 2 of Final Fantasy 9 this week.
I'm sorry.
Final Fantasy 9's a fucking good game.
It's so good. Oh, you're talking about relatable characters. Fucking Vivi and Princess Garnet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I fucking love their journeys. And I'm paying more attention to Freya of Bermesia this time. She's fucking cool. I think she's going to be like in my Dude, Tom's just like whipped out his Switch.
Did you know this, by the way? To unlock the Switch, you have to press A and then press the button, and they all have different noises.
Oh, yeah.
So the trigger.
You get a different one if you press the thumbsticks as well.
Oh, I haven't tried the thumbsticks. Right, we're going to do this for the next hour.
Welcome to the Video Game Podcast. Sponsored by Nintendo.
Yay, that was good.
Has anyone tried putting a Switch cartridge in their mouth yet?
No. Shall we?
No. I imagine it tastes like bad acid.
Well, so this is the thing. Yeah, Nintendo coated their all their cartridges with this sort of non-toxic thing that just tastes awful. The
It's
idea
basically
being
the same chemical that you put on people's fingernails to stop them biting their
stop them
fingernails.
biting their nails, yeah.
That does taste
So I've got 2
absolutely
here,
horrible.
so we could be slightly hygienic.
Yeah, give me one.
Either got Taiko Drum thing or Smash Brothers. All right.
Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers will definitely taste better.
Tastes fine.
The label side, I believe it is.
Well, why is that an issue? Nah, I can't taste anything.
no. That's. I mean, I'd swallow that.
Please,
I'd swallow that.
Please don't.
I'd swallow that whole.
I like playing my Taiko Gum.
You
game,
gave
and I
it to
don't
us
want to,
on the understanding that we were going to put it in our mouths.
Yeah, no,
you
that's
can't
fine.
complain.
That's perfectly fine.
I would laugh so fucking hard if for like some random reason you just went to play Smash Brothers and it just didn't work anymore.
I would feel quite bad.
just that one lick, like that was it.
No, you try and fire it up, and the Switch says, "Oh no, sorry, we can't access Smash Bros. Right now. It has herpes."
Nintendo cartridges are like notoriously indestructible. They can survive pretty much anything.
Well,
so.
not like the NES.
Yeah?
Those things broke quite easily and were notorious for it.
My NES,
am I thinking-
until I ripped it apart to try and make a joystick out of it, works perfectly well.
Wait, you made a joystick out of a NES?
No, I tried to make a joystick. What I did was get a drill bit, drill the first hole and go, and then I put the button up to it, and it just fell through the hole and just hit the table on the other side. It was like,
I did the exact
I picked up
same
the wrong
thing.
drill bit, didn't I? Fuck. So I just destroyed, like, this 32-year-old console.
Treasure.
Like, mate, look, the way I see it, every time you pull some shit like this, you're actually doing like everyone else a favour because you just increased their value a little bit more.
True. That is true.
And that's the motto of our podcast.
I love Nintendo so much, I'm going to destroy all my Nintendo stuff so other Nintendo stuff's worth more.
Yeah, it's absolutely fair enough.
You're making someone else wealthier. They have a more collector's item.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just donate them the money.
Yeah, but...
Nah,
That's
Commie.
no fun.
No,
Fucking
that's not the British way. You need to do it as passive-aggressively as you can, like...
what?
Like that.
No, that was
Yeah,
it.
just look at them.
Cool. Right, should we? Do you know what? I want.
No, let's talk about video games some more. Come on.
I want more coffee, so I'm going to make more coffee. Do you guys want to like draw out the first topic?
Yeah, sure.
Wicked.
One from... Yeah, go for that one. One from the hosts.
If only we
Thank you as well to all the hosts and
We love you!
the community for sending in topics. We had like 20 this week.
You can't see, but I'm making a heart with my hands.
Imagine a fully inclusive, gender non-specific, politically neutral, conspiracy-focused, flat earth-centric party for after you die. I call it a woke wake. Make me some money-making schemes.
Oh my god! It sounds like that's an extreme sport. It's
That's
like
from me.
woke boarding.
Well
Like,
done, Tom.
you just like it's like how far can you dive in this
wakeboarding.
conspiracy without like tumbling off and actually believing something? Like, it's like that's called wokeboarding. It's just like dive into a conspiracy and just hope you don't actually eventually believe it.
I mean,
Wait, that wasn't even a question.
Yeah, no, it
make
was.
some money-making schemes.
How do you make money out of conspiracy theorists is what I picked up.
Easily. Right, so there's an easy way, which is, so you just make a website and you use affiliate marketing and you use like different types of advertising and you just spread shit that sounds clickbaity or sounds like something new, or you get something that's new and then slightly misconstrue it so it sounds different to other things and then you get all your money through ad revenue.
All right,
That
Metro.
sounds really boring.
It's a business, right? Like,
TLDR, multi-level marketing, is how you make money out
yeah,
of it.
exactly. And like, I think there's so many people that like literally run conspiracy theory websites that don't believe in it at all. But there's good money to be made. There's good money to be made in that industry.
Not good
Alex
money,
Jones.
it's just money.
I think what you're going to need to do is train a troop of elephants to march along and pick them all up with the trunks and hang them upside down and shake them until all their wallets fall out and collect it all. That's how I'd make my money.
That's called
That's
marketing.
amazing. What do you call it?
Marketing.
The trunk dump.
I like it. Yeah. That's my I like it noise, by the way.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be even funny if you just had like a
Usually got gum fingers.
sound bite you just edit in every time, just the same yeah, and you just keep it going, just like every time you agree with something, yeah.
So, Tom, how would you make your money out of the conspiracy nutters?
Oh. I think the woke wake was my joke.
Right. I actually heard
I will think of something.
cool story that I mentioned to Luke a bit earlier, but I'll just run it by you guys. A guy was working in a hospital and he had a massive anti-vax mother come in.
Oh, yeah.
And she was believing in every kind of conspiracy theory, and just in the short amount of time that he spent with her in the waiting room, she listed off at least 13 different conspiracies that she believed in. So he went off and he told the doctor she's definitely not going to let her kid get vaccinated. And the doctor came back out and said, just watch what I'm going to do. So he goes out and he entertains her for a bit, he listens to all her stories, and it's all going very well. And then she gets onto the fact that she's anti-vax. And the doctor goes, have you ever considered that the anti-vax rumours might be spread by the Chinese and the Russians in order to weaken the American populace by making them get all the diseases that the vaccines would cure? And apparently she had a massive, like, mental conflict going on, and eventually she
Cognitive
got
dissonance. That right there is like the 200 IQ play, isn't it? Like,
that is genius. And apparently the kids got vaccinated, if it's a true story, but I like it either way.
I think I don't think that should really be a choice on like the whole vaccination thing. Like, I think if
unfortunately you get into some sticky situations. So America did that. Taryn, do you remember that podcast?
What's that?
The Robert Evans one, where they were talking about forced vaccinations.
Didn't they do some
That got some
horrible
really
experiments?
nasty
does it get
racist
really
places.
dark? Yeah, okay, that's fair. But like, I just think through it, like, vaccinations are like not only for the individual, but they're actually more for the large populace.
Of course
because
they are, yeah.
It's so easily spreadable, and I think it's people. Not only they're risking the lives of their children, they're risking the lives of other people around. Well, not necessarily the lives, but the health of other people around them.
No, and lives.
Yeah, well, depending on what it is, but the other people around them for no concern, like no.
There are people in this world that have polio. There shouldn't be people in this world that have polio.
No, they shouldn't.
So,
It's actually just
That is so fucking
it's
weird.
just making money scheme. Is there?
so
What,
I mean,
polio?
I've got who put this? This was you, Tom.
course it was.
I've got some fucking issues with this question.
Why?
From the get-go. All right, so imagine a fully inclusive, fine, gender non-specific. You can include that with fully inclusive, politically neutral, conspiracy-focused, flat Earth-centric party. Call it the woke. How? I'm sorry. What about political neutrality, conspiracies, and flat Earth?
Wait, no, but
Stereotypical
Screams
woke things.
They're not. not woke.
No, they're the caricature of
No,
woke.
they believe they're woke.
No,
No.
they are like the living meme. Like they are.
Yes,
it's
the meme of
it's
it.
like woke boarding. Like those are the only people that achieve.
I do like woke boarding, but I mean that is no. Do you know what woke boarding is? Woke boarding is when you're having a conversation and you realise you're about to say something and you're not sure if it's politically correct or not. So
You're on the edge. Yeah, you're.
yeah. So you just spend so the game is just seeing how long you can spend not quite saying the thing.
Like going around the
yeah.
point, but like just making it.
And until you hit something even kind of more racist. So, maybe, you try to talk about someone. Have you spoken to Jermaine about that? Oh, which one's Jermaine? Jermaine's the tall, he's got the big hair, wears a lot of, good tailored suits. He's, no, I don't know. He's, the dark eyes. He's he looks like
Facial hair. He has some facial hair, black hair as well.
Yeah, he's got some black hair, and
Glasses?
he's very tall, very well musculatured.
You must know him. He's got the brown eyes.
With the brown. Looks like he probably comes from Catford.
At that point, you fall off a board.
It's just like that's the point you get. Like you've gone past. Like you've just failed. Like you've flown out
That's
the
it,
woke
yeah,
board.
yeah.
You just like you're skimming along the waves. Like Jesus.
That's woke boarding right there.
Wakeboarding is now my favourite sport.
God, I want to find one for gender.
I really want to play woke board.
we could actually go down to central London and then just see how much we could say to random people that wasn't offensive, but because you leave it up to their mind, you could say everything that isn't offensive.
It's basically like the aristocrats for the PC generation.
Yeah.
You're just trying to find the most convoluted, long way to make them the evil person.
Exactly. Well, it's like the whole thing with jokes. It's like jokes aren't offensive because a joke, most jokes anyway, happen in your head. So the way a joke comes out, like if someone says a joke, and it has connotations in it, it's your mind usually jumping to those connotations that is the joke, but the joke itself has no, like, it's not.
Ooh, that sounds like a big old shirk of joke teller responsibility right there.
I mean, the joke teller does lead you exactly where they want you to go, so they take some responsibility.
Right, no, of course, but I'm saying a joke itself can't be.
It can be.
It totally can be.
I mean, yeah, I think I get at the philosophical point, or at least the linguistic point you're getting at, but I'm not sure I entirely agree.
It's like think of Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman joke. They're all racist,
Oh yeah,
and the jokes are actually racist.
because the Irish were racialized at one point until.
At one point, the Irish had a race.
Yeah.
Now they're just-
they were.
They're just Europeans.
Now they've come under the white umbrella again because it's useful to.
White people are racialized, but
Well, I mean, no, because the white. So, oh God, no.
yeah, no, let's not.
Next
We've all
topic.
been a car now.
Let me tell you about. Okay, here we go. Time for some woke boarding.
Oh, that should be the title of the podcast, Wakeboarding.
I like it. Oh well, now that you said that should be the title of the podcast, it absolutely cannot be.
When you fall off, is it like a woke out? No,
Oh, a woke out?
a wipe out.
Oh,
When you fall
I
off a
see.
step.
Okay.
Fine, wasn't funny.
No, it's. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
I'm ready.
You come to the right place.
Yay!
Cool. I'm not entirely sure I've got anything.
Money making scheme. It's the fact that every time I point
okay.
a topic,
So the point is money making schemes.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, I've got fucking nothing, mate. If I had any money making schemes, I'd be making money.
Pyramid scheme where you're actually building a pyramid, and the only way it gets built is you have to get other people to sign up, and then their money pays for the next set of bricks, and you actually just build a pyramid.
Yep.
I mean, if you could convince them that the pyramid
course-
is an alien spaceship and it's going to come down and pick them up, then I think that's how you get the woke people.
That's fine.
I mean, that's the one, right? Isn't it? It's just get religious on this.
And then you
Get
could make it so people could do extreme sports, sliding down it on, say, planks on their feet, in like a ski. You call it ski-me? So a pyramid ski-me.
Is wakeboarding considered an extreme sport? I guess it depends where you do it. Like if you turn up to Mecca, if you turn up to Mecca and start making some iffy jokes, then that's an extreme sport. But like, I guess if you do it in like Putney, it's probably not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, how could you do it? Yeah. So
Well, you could
maybe
make-
another
you
one
could-
would be going to Jamaica and holding hands with the man. That'd be a pretty extreme sport.
Yeah.
Just travel the world doing like just inappropriate stuff in different countries.
Yeah, absolutely. Just find all the worst things you can do.
Exactly.
Just like,
Oh no, you could go to Mecca and say, Mecca damn near killed her with a female oppression. And see how long she lasts.
I'm not sure that all understand English. We'd have to learn it in a different language first.
Absolutely. That's what we should do, is make it more
Well,
offensive
maybe,
to
maybe,
everyone
you know
around.
what, maybe that's it. Maybe just go around the American Deep South and just every time you see someone, just say, God bless Mecca.
They'll probably just think you were saying America in like a really
Exactly,
good accent.
yep.
Awesome.
Oh,
Gotcha.
you kooky English guys.
Yeah. It's like, you English guys.
Oh, speaking about English guys, I know how we're going to make money, because there's nothing people want to listen to more than several white boys sat around microphones. We could make money on a podcast.
We could make money on a
If
podcast.
we're slightly opinionated,
that's a
left-leaning, and don't really say anything,
Dude.
quite vacuous about everything.
That's. Oh, I love that formula. You got it there, man. You just fucking nailed it right down.
So our Patreon is...
I definitely think you should do like a conspiracy cast, like just one episode where everyone like just like reads about or like presents their favorite conspiracy theories, and just have a whole podcast talking about and discussing them.
Oh, you mean like those conspiracy guys?
guys.
I don't know what that is.
There's a podcast that does exactly that.
Oh, really?
Although they're kind of into it a little bit.
Oh, what, like they believe some of it?
Yeah,
A little bit.
a little
little
bit.
bit.
So, but then sometimes like
They're kind of self-aware at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely wouldn't mind going through some conspiracies at some point. The other idea I had was, have you ever? Yes, I know, but like a whole
Like
podcast
a whole
of it.
thing of it, yeah.
Another idea I had for a podcast is, have you seen Drunk History?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. So the podcast is quite simple. It's drunk philosophy. One person has to, like, we give them something to go away and, like, you're going to read maybe this treatise, or you're going to have a look at this theory.
And it's
Get on board with
called
this.
I Drink, Therefore I Am. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No, that is good. That's a good title. That is a good title.
I like it. But yeah, so one person goes away and learns as much as they can, and then it's just like a little hour long podcast. We get drunk beforehand, or at least they get
so
drunk beforehand.
you start drunk.
and then they've got to try and describe this theory to everyone else.
I'm not sure I like the idea of publicising, like, drinking irresponsibly. I'm not sure I'm behind that.
I
No,
love.
that's a point.
Unless it's
I love the whole South Park approach.
Do it on acid.
You know the South Park approach. Drink, fucking drink responsibly.
Cool.
Cool. All right,
done?
sweet. Yeah, I think we'd squeeze some out there. Yeah, do you want to pass this way around?
The community
Daniel?
chairs, thank you very much. You could submit topics at our website. Go to our website and submit a topic.
Or you can submit to me at justfeet.com. JUSTFEET.com.
You can submit to me at juicyfeet.com.
It's for Jizraelis and Jizraelites.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong website. Jizlam.com.
What is with all the fucking Islamic
Just filling the space.
Rikard says,
Hey, OG.
Hey, what's up, Rikard? OG, number one super fan. Blah, blah, blah. He says
fan
games done quick to 2019.
Yes. Awesome.
I haven't seen
any of it.
I haven't seen any.
Oh, you've been missing out.
Oh, no.
I don't think I've seen games done quick
Yet.
in for a little while now.
Yeah, the last one I saw was like Doom 2016 being like wall. Like they had this thing where basically if you get one of the
Just for
zombies
readers,
punch them
and I
backwards
think for
through a
me
wall and
actually,
jump through
games
the
done
level.
quick. Is that a game jam or is it just?
No, it's like
no,
a charity event they do once a year to
It is a speed
running. Yeah.
Cool.
One of the best bits that I saw this year, talking about Mario Maker levels and such, they had 4, I think, Mario Brothers speedrunners, but they were all playing on custom-made maps that they'd never seen before. So they had to figure out all the puzzles and all the maps and do it. And they were working in teams and trying to run through it all. And it was actually incredible. I suggest everyone goes and sees it.
I might actually go watch that.
I was, sorry, just a quick interjection. I was on YouTube the other day. I think we was trying to play music, and I've got like music playlists on my YouTube. So I searched Head Grebo, and which is my alias. So yeah, found a YouTube video of someone playing my Mario Maker level.
Oh my goodness!
Which was really weird.
How did they do? Did they comment?
Easy. It's a really easy level, but I mean, it was just, I think it's called Evolution of the Piranha Plant or whatever, and it just had every single upgrade of piranha plant that you can do in that game.
Did they make any comments on it as they were playing?
No, it was literally him just running through the level in complete silence.
Oh, maybe you didn't have a mic.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think this person just literally goes onto Mario Maker and just plays levels and records them. But
that's still really cool.
Yeah, it was really random. But it's nice. It's a new thing. Like, he's come across it recently.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I've always found Mario Maker like really, really fucking funny because like when you're creating the maps, you're literally just trying to do the most impossible shit, like, and you just land it once, but that's all you need to do, because the second you've landed it once, and you're doing it in bit by bit, because you know how to do it, the second you've landed it once, it's out there. Everyone has to deal with your bullshit, and like, it's like, it's nearly impossible, but because you've made it, you know how it works. But I just love that because it's just like, people are like, oh, it won't be that hard. And then you just try a level and you're like, what the fuck's going on? Like shit flying everywhere, things are moving.
Some of the Mario Maker levels are just,
they're fucked. They're literally fucked. Like, it's just so crazy.
It's one thing trying them. It's another thing. An almost inhuman thing, seeing someone actually pull them off.
Yeah. Like it literally, you're just like, they're literally like programs. Every jump is perfect. Yeah. But it's like speedrunners of Mario and shit like that. Like, speedrunners in general, when you watch like speedrunners play games, it's just like, what the actual fuck? Especially when you play the game. Like I watched a speedrun of like Dark Souls 3 and they completed it in 35 minutes. The whole of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
It took me more than that to get to the first boss.
The one, I mean, I played Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild over the course of a year, and I made the final push. I dropped off for a long time, and I made the final push. The whole reason being, I wanted to watch the speed runs of it, but I wanted to sort of play through the game first, so that
and then see how inept you are.
Mate, so I must have spent sort of 40, 60 hours on that thing. Like the world speed record is like 20. It's under half an hour.
What? Yeah, what for Breath of the Wild?
I think they've got it down to like 24 minutes now.
Did they use any glitches, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only method is like 24. But like one of the big things. Do you know what? Just go fucking watch it.
It's only 24 minutes.
Yeah, I could tell you how they do it, and that's going to sound interesting. You should just go watch it and be surprised. Yeah.
Sure. That's one good thing about speedruns, though, is they're short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
by definition.
Well, unless you're talking about like the world's 100% speed run on like Donkey Kong Country 64. That's
what is that long? Like, how long is that?
Oh, no, like 2.5 hours, I think.
2.5 hours is long for a speed run.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
More than 2.5 hours.
What speed run?
100% Donkey Kong Country 64. Like one of the most collectible. One of the most notoriously collectible heavy games.
Well, it's a fucking amazing game.
It's a very cool game. I think the 100% speed run, no glitch. It was something. It was over 24 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
I've seen people speedrun Final Fantasy games. I haven't watched them all, but they take many
but there's some
I don't
bosses.
think it's 24.
No, but there's some bosses. For example, I was going to say to you earlier. Do you know how you were saying you've completed Final Fantasy 9, right? In the past.
Yeah.
So, did you ever go for the optional boss, the bookcase?
No. So is that the one where you get Excalibur if you get onto disc 4 in under 9 hours?
No. This is actually quite early in the game, but it's like an optional boss. You can go to this library, you pull out one book, and then it's like this monster comes out, and it's this monster with like 100 trillion, like it's like an 8-hour boss. And it's the hardest boss in the game. It's just a book. Like, you're just fighting a book, but it is the hardest boss in the game. Like, and
okay, no, I haven't heard.
Because there's like, in most of the Final Fantasy games, the normal bosses aren't the hardest bosses. It's always,
the
extra bosses. But in Final Fantasy 9, it's this book, and it's fucked. Like, you're fighting a library, and it is slapping you with knowledge so hard. Like, you're just blacking out. I swear to God.
Was that Ozma? Was that his name? Because I know like
we're not a video game podcast.
Danny, come on, tell us what were some of the highlights of Games Done Quick 2019.
Yes.
Yeah, as I said, the absolute main highlight that I saw was the Super Mario section where they were racing in teams against
custom maps.
There was a really cool Metrovania game that I saw played that I really liked the look of, and I was going to buy, but I can't remember the name right now. But the guy running it was awesome. But beyond that, I can't really think of specific things that were awesome. No. I mean, you don't get to learn about the characters.
No, I mean, like, what do they look like in the game? It might. These guys know a lot about games. They might be able to define it just based on your pixel.
Okay, what I can remember is the character had some orbs flying around them. They would do this backwards jumpy dash thing so they can move faster.
Was the character glowing?
At times, and
it might be Ori and the Blind Forest.
No. Metrovania.
Yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest is a Metrovania game.
I don't think
Yes, it is. You literally can't get to other areas without going through and getting powers to unlock new areas.
All right, cool. So, moving on.
Quick little speed run. Go watch the Mario 64 glitch.
Oh, fucking
that's so
4 minutes
stupid.
20.
That is so stupid. It's just like
so fucking
jumping
good.
backwards through walls and then like just.
It's so good.
Flip them out like a nut job.
It's a thing of beauty.
So
it really is. The other thing I would suggest is there's a YouTuber called H Bomber Guy. You should just check out anyway because he does some like really interesting sort of social and philosophy stuff. But his gaming stuff's also really good. He's got a video called I think it's called like Speedrunning is actually really cool, you guys. And it's like a 40-minute video of him just kind of discussing like speedrunning in general, and that's how I found out about like the Donkey Kong Country 64 speedruns.
Yeah,
because he ends the video talking about this just being one of the ultimate like endurance tales in speedrunning. And then he said, and this year for this charity thing, I'm gonna do it.
Wow. Do you know? So you know World of Warcraft, right? They're re-releasing basically. It's called Vanilla WoW. It's the original version. Like a large community, a large amount of people in the scene now think that's going to start being speedrun, but because there's not going to be any expansions, nothing's going to be added.
It's finite content.
Exactly, they're going to start speedrunning it, and that's going to be. I think that's going to be quite big because I mean, well, that's got the most cult following of all time. Right?
I can't think of anything worse than going back to the original Vanilla WoW.
It was so clunky and shit.
Oh, it was so bad, but it was all we had.
Well, yeah, I think the only reason people want to go back is just they can't be bothered with all this shit. Like they can't. No one has the fucking time to like grind out all this shit constantly. They just want something.
But they've got
basic.
enough time to go back to level 0 and start again.
Yeah,
that's not an excuse. Anyway,
The dude, I don't know if it's still the case, but I do know at one point there was the person who had the five top ranked characters in WoW were all held by the same person.
Ranked.
Yeah. So as in like had
PvP, right?
PvP and sort of completion and just kind of doing everything.
Accolades.
Oh yeah, the first to the level cap was always a big thing.
And also, it wasn't just the level cap. Yeah, it was accolades. It was
it's like
every fucking thing in that game which takes tens of thousands of hours.
Yeah, literally
and
on an
the top
individual.
5 were all held by one dude, and it's because he didn't just pour loads of time into it. Multiple times. He poured loads of time into it once, but he did it controlling 5 separate characters at the same time.
Oh, multi-boxing, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking insane.
Fuck that shit.
Tom, do you want to grab us? There's more coffee, if anyone wants it.
We'll do in a bit.
I'm going to get the jitters.
Alright, one from the
I'm going to get jits.
I've had to stop drinking it because my leg's already on a mad one. Like, I'm doing like a river dance under the table.
Fuck, I forgot to watch this. Okay, this one's from me. I just watched the Corridor crew play Cinderblock Jenga. Let's invent some extreme lawn games. Lawn dance is already a thing, so think
you're talking
big.
about Corridor? Like,
Corridor Digital, yeah.
Yeah, the ones we were talking about with the VR.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, sorry.
Some
extreme lawn sports. Well, I mean, wakeboarding's more on the streets, isn't it? So
that's definitely up there with with urban rodeo
and extreme mining. Have you guys actually seen that sport? Extreme mining's a real sport. Like dive out of planes, ironing.
I used to know someone who was in the English team for that.
There's a team. Whoa, wait, there's a team. I think
his name.
That's got to be the whitest, most middle class sport in history.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't actually iron the shit, do they? Because are the irons powered?
No. So they have they have this thing that has like water in their back, and it's like they're flying out of planes, just like shh. They walk along tightropes unsupported and just iron like across the Grand Canyon.
There's photos of him like at the top of a mountain on a cliff edge, with like doing a
Just
handstand on an ironing board. Like it's just
like do you know when extreme sports becomes too boring, so you add ironing.
And irony, apparently.
Yeah, the fact there's a English team and like
when you said
they're
team,
an international team.
I didn't know they had teams.
Yeah, no, well, they're used to.
I mean, you said they're a fucking international Quidditch teams.
Yeah, but Quidditch is a real sport for real men.
No,
I think Sealand, the micronation of our coast. I believe I believe they had like one of the like top competing teams at one point.
Quidditch?
And yeah. I believe so.
I really hope that's true.
Wait, I can't even comprehend what Quidditch would be like without the ability of flying.
You fucking
it's a load of middle-class white people with brooms under them.
Oh, so it's like
running
extreme
around
ironing just
throwing
with
a ball
brooms.
about. Yeah, no, it's as shit as you think it's.
Is it like polo without the horses? They just have brooms.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple of different balls they throw around.
It's poor person polo.
I mean,
Poor in money, rich in mind, because you need a good imagination to enjoy that game.
I mean, let's face it. The game is only about 20% of it. The real fun is when they get into the locker rooms, because at that point it's all at you, burn. Stop! Oh god, that fucking cartoon.
Stop it!
At you, burn.
For fuck's sake. Great radio.
Right, so extreme lawn game.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like the world's biggest ever kaplunk, like absolutely massively huge.
Maybe javelins.
But instead of having marbles in it, people. You want an extreme? We've got to go extreme. You're pulling them out, and the people are falling, and then they die.
It's like a Saw film.
You remove one person, and just this fucking huge stone block just collapses onto everyone else there.
All right, okay. This isn't. I mean, this obviously depends on the size of the lawn you've got to hand. But okay, essentially, you wake up and you have a single bottle of water, and you are in a construction. You can see through it perfectly because it's all glass. It's just very large, and it's a maze. And a lot of the surfaces are convex, looking down at you. Mm-hmm. So if you don't keep moving, you're going to get cooked.
I am so upset.
Why?
I can't think of a worse hell for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
I think like a really good game would just be like, I'm just using a lawn anyway, but it's just like if everyone they had to have the best existential crisis. So like just in the middle of like a garden, people just buying cars, just like they're just like snorting coke, like they're all trying to have the biggest like existential crisis possible in one area.
Nice.
And it's all at the same time. The judges are all fucked.
Who can have the biggest breakdown?
Yeah.
Fine. I know people that could win at that.
I think it'd be fucking
I'd be willing to give it a go.
I reckon from past experiences, be a good contender.
Okay, so how about this, right? You've got teams of two, and each team has a safe in it, and the team members know the passcode to the safe, and then one of them is this is the crux. All right, one of them gets shuffled over to another team to be dealt with. Essentially, we're talking about competitive waterboarding. So it's the first person to crack under waterboarding and give the code away. They lose, the other team wins.
It's like
oh my god,
that's actually really fucking atrocious. Yeah, let's do that.
I think that'd be a good sport. Like that, definitely. An actual lawn game. You have a full lawn.
Guantanamo Games.
Oh my god.
Competitive torture, yeah, go for it.
So you have an overgrown lawn, like seriously overgrown, and then you just have people with katanas like fully sharpened, and it's the first person to mow the whole garden, but with like just a really sharp sword. And they have to cut through it, like just actually cut down like all the grass.
points taken away for like chipping away at the sod and stuff. Yeah.
There are so many weird like farmyard competitions at like fairs and stuff
Yeah.
that I guarantee you that already exists. Maybe not
Yeah,
with
more than
katanas.
Well, I mean,
but
to be
probably
fair,
sickles and
there is competitive scything,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is the same
which
thing,
is
essentially,
but it's more difficult with katanas. Let's face it.
Well, it
Or
depends
if you want to be a real like dickhead about it, then you want to like use bastard swords.
Just use a button.
Go great sword lawn, great sword harvesting.
And it's fully blunt as well.
Oh God.
So I've just had a flashback to my childhood, and I did invent an extreme lawn game.
Yeah.
I just realised. Right, so we used to have a broom handle. I used to play this with my mate, Kells. I used to play it with Kells.
Oh, okay.
That's it. And basically just a normal broom pole.
Yeah.
And you used to stand opposite sides of my garden, and we used to javelin throw at each other. And you had points for where you hit on the body. So you had it was like 1 point for an arm and all that kind of stuff. If you caught it, you could throw it sideways, which we used to call a wild stick, because it bounces like a cunt. Like, it bounces like a rugby ball. Like, you don't know where it's going to go. So you just throw it sideways, like, fucking flip it.
That's a fucking good sport.
We used to do that a lot.
Dodgeball with javelins.
Yeah, you used to
I really like that.
fucking hurt.
Dodgeball, whoa. Like, just that concept alone, dodgeball with javelins, like, you're just standing as a team of 6 against another team of 6. They're like, go! And it's like...
I think we called it punji sticks or something.
Punji sticks.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever played, but Curbsy was a pretty extreme sport.
Oopsie. What's that
Are you
one?
talking about the...
So one of you've got 2 people, and one on either curb, either side of the road, and you've got a football. And the idea is to throw the football at the curb opposite you, hit the curb in such a way that the ball bounces back to you, and that's how you rack up scores. But if you throw it shit, if it scoots, hits shallow and then scoots, and the other person catches it, then that's all you can get it and carry on. But the real risk is if you hit it just slightly too high, it would bounce straight up and allow the other person to catch it, wipe their score out. Yeah. Now, the game was extreme because this was played on, like, working roads.
Yeah.
So every now and then, I remember, like,
it's a car!
getting so fucking into the game that, like, seeing the ball coming towards me, and it's not gone straight up. It's probably going to come down, like, in the middle, but it's gone high. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. I just, like, step out, just, vroom, car goes by, like, shit, son. God damn, Curbsy was a good game.
So you bring back games from childhood, and like I never got involved to this level, but I'd consider it as extreme sport, especially at that age. You ever played the game Penny Up the Wall?
Yeah,
where you throw the coin
Penny
closer,
up, yeah.
and whoever wins, whoever gets closest gets to keep the money.
Yeah.
In my school, people used to wrap pound coins with like 50s, like 20, 100, and they play Penny Up the Wall, and just like during break time, they'd be doing full on gambling. Like, they'd be doing full-on gambling in school. No. Like, I mean, they would wrap like £40 in a £1, and then
What
they'd
kind
all
of
play
rich
it.
man school did you go to?
A lot of drug dealers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's definitely not a rich school thing. That's definitely a
No,
drug
it was
school.
the absolute opposite.
All right. So I've expressed a wish to do this on the podcast many a time. Mm-hmm. It's more of a wrestling rather than an actual sport, sort of like it's a fake sort of scripted event.
Yeah.
Basically, you get a load of GoPros and you kind of put them on the floor and angle them up, and then you build like a model town out of cardboard around it, and then you go to Primark and you buy a Godzilla onesie, and you have basically kaiju fights.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking...
man,
I've
that does
expressed
sound
this
good.
before.
We should fully do it. Like,
Yeah?
that's
Get onesies.
It's not even that hard, and you know it's going to be a better use of our time than,
Yeah.
than what we do mostly.
It got to a point where I was getting into the car to go to my ex's university to pick up all the like model buildings because she was doing architectural modelling.
Oh no.
Oh, what, is this how you conceived the
apparently
idea?
they'd thrown them away as I was getting into the car. Like, she rang me and said they've all just gone to the tip, and it's just like, for fuck's sake.
I just now imagine, you know, those like artists that have spent like 10 years recreating the whole of Amsterdam out of matchsticks. I just imagine Tom like just turning up to the art exhibit dressed as Godzilla and just fucking it up.
Man, if you were in the room with me, you'd know that craving. You know that craving.
I can feel it now. Sounds amazing.
I can hear the sounds of your thoughts.
Any more for any more?
I don't know. I'm sort of something low key back in my mind. Is maybe you got some decking and like, you just kind of paint some, and then you got a fence at the back and you kind of paint scores in there. Using something powered, like you start at one end of your decking, you put it down, like say a circular saw, just put it down and let it fuck off, or a belt sander would be better, and just fire it up the decking at the target.
Bowling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think could be an actual, even
With
realistic?
cats.
It'd be more like no, not quite bowling. It'd be closer to fucking belt sander.
Curling.
Shit. You know, what's the game?
Belt sand
bowls.
curling.
No, where you got the balls and then you got the rake.
Ski ball.
Ski ball. Yeah. Kind of more like belt sander ski ball.
Oh fuck! Dom, if you're listening, Captain Sickbid, we need your
Yeah, we can
crafting.
fucking put a ramp into it. Yeah. Shit, let's do this shit.
Yeah, let's launch a fucking belt sander. We might have to actually overpower a belt sander, but
Oh man,
Dom.
I mean, dude, how good would it be just to say, oh yeah, no, I fucked with an overclocked belt sander.
Oh my god. Overclockers.com. How to overclock your belt sander.
yes.
Do you
God, I
remember
thought about overclockers for a while?
Do you remember the little Asian schoolgirl in Kill Bill?
Yes.
Do you remember the like ball weapon that she had? It was on a
Yes.
chain that had all the blades.
mace.
Swing ball, but with that.
Oh, with a meteor hammer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Morning
So what do you hit it with? Because that thing's going to be coming at you with like a
legs.
lot of momentum.
Yeah.
Hit it with pure will.
Children.
Okay,
Okay.
that's an extreme sport.
Now we're talking my fucking language.
You know what I think could...
All right, cool. No, let's fucking talk about this. Yes. Let's bring children into the extreme worlds. All right, what else we got?
You can throw children at...
Dog baiting with children. Go on. What else is it? Let's badger coursing with children.
Oh, jousting with children.
Jousting with children.
That would be fucking
You get on your eldest's back, you pick up your youngest, and you just charge.
No. You use full horses. You're just wielding a child.
You
and
make
you go
a
into
horse
each
out
other.
of the children, get on that horse.
The aristocrats. Again.
But do you know what?
Hashtag Fetlow.
What I actually think could...
No, not touching that one. Honest, Gov, I'd never touch that.
Do you know, what I think could be like an actual realistic and actually good game, well, not realistic, but something that could happen is like you have a garden or you have a lawn and you have to create a biome. Like, so you have to like recreate this garden so animals come and live in it and stuff like that, and wildlife naturally like
Are you talking
inhabits
about
it.
like playing real Viva Pinata?
Yeah. But versus mode. So you have two gardens and literally like if you don't get a dove to come into your garden, you're going to get fucked.
Or over that, or you seen your neighbours just brought in like, oh, you know, look, they've attracted a lot of blue tits. All right, time to get some crows up in here.
Crows are so fucking suspicious.
Oh, crows, mate, they're awesome.
But they're
my favourite.
fucking suspicious. They're shifty ass motherfuckers. Just you're looking at them, you're like, they're plotting. They're plotting. Like you look at a pigeon just looks like it's listening to drum and bass concerts. Like, head going back and forth. But crows, they just look suspicious. You're like,
No, I mean they're there. They're listening to like some fucking deep
house.
Yeah, no. What I'm thinking like, never mind.
Which house?
Yeah, not something you don't move that much to, but you just kind of
crows would definitely listen to Witch House.
every now and then.
Yeah.
Crows would definitely listen to Witch House. I can imagine just like
Or autonomic drum and bass. So something just real low key in the background, just go.
and then you just got turtles in the background listening to math rock. Like
Yeah, they probably would, wouldn't they?
yeah.
Oh, I tortoises. No, I tortoises. They would be like prog. They'd be prog, like 70s prog.
Yeah, of course they'd be prog. Their whole life is prog.
I had to correct someone the other day for using turtle instead of tortoise, and they just looked at me and went, "What the fuck's a tortoise anyway?" And I went, "It's like a turtle but can't skateboard." Just walked off.
It's a turtle that doesn't swim.
Just like, I'm not going to win this argument. I'm going to be silly.
I like that. That's very good. All right, cool. Shall we have another one? Yo.
Yes,
one are we
community. One from Sophie. Just one from our lovely endurers.
Oh man, the coffee's really gone to work on.
Oh yeah, I'll get some more coffee.
on my guts. Oh, it's brewing and brewing. It's brewing.
Are you feeling the Java lava inside you?
I'm feeling the Java lava. No, I've got nothing else to add to Java or lava.
So this question's from Rikard, and he says, the British thing you dislike the most. Chavs, let's move on.
British thing I dislike the most: ridiculous politeness.
Packet.
Foreign policy.
You know, the English language that can fuck right off.
The English language? Oh, mate, no.
The English language is like
I love the English
poetic,
language.
but-
No, it's not. It's fucking insane, and that's why I love it.
No.
It's I've seen it described as not a language, but 3 language dressed up in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Which is fucking beautiful.
That is a really good description.
It's exactly that sort of shit that's why I love English. It's just so fucking dumb.
Oh, I had an idea for a D&D character. Sorry, quick into you reminded me of the trench coat.
Adolf Krittler?
3 kobolds stacked up in a trench coat trying to be a dragonborn, pretending to be a dragonborn.
Or they just go around calling themselves Mr. Dragonborn.
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, back to it.
That's awesome.
Somebody just
On that
released
character.
a thing in the D&D subreddit about 3 halflings in a trench coat, and it was how to play a fighter archetype based around that.
Oh, nice.
So that, yeah, it's all been done.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Sorry, what's the topic?
The British thing you dislike the most.
Foreign policy.
Scotland.
Oh, wow, that's actually a fucking real good one.
Yeah. No, the Westminster planners can fuck right off. And
Scotland?
You said the British thing, I ain't, yeah, probably. No,
I mean, like,
Scotland.
Scotland's just about, isn't it? It's just like there. Like, there's no real reason to hate it or love it. It's just.
Oh, yeah, I disagree.
about.
There's every fucking reason to love it. I adore
Scotland's
Scotland.
lovely.
They have wild camping. We don't. We're missing out.
Yeah, they.
Although apparently we will do soon. I saw a
Yeah.
they
It's changing.
fucked
No,
it.
so there's going to be
did they?
certain areas that you can wild camp in. So it's basically segregated camping.
There was a massive backlash about it because apparently they did it wrong. So they said we're putting all the plans on hold for a bit, which I think is like much worse.
What a great idea! They're going to make camping more available. Let's complain.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't wild enough. I mean, but it's better than what we had.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like steps forward. But
So,
no.
yeah,
If I'm not getting fucked by a bear, it cannot be passed.
I don't know, hashtag FetLife. Look,
That's a real shame. But then again, the same thing's happened with this with the porn bill, hasn't it?
That's suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, that's suspended indefinitely because
That was never going to fucking
that was
work.
so dumb.
It was
so
always
you
gonna
need
be.
to go get a card from the supermarket.
or you put in your national insurance number and just kind of open yourself up to data harvest.
I'm not fucking giving my national insurance number to porn sites.
No, I'll use a free VPN and just fucking wank myself
Yeah,
silly.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd rather use my own fucking imagination than hand over my fucking national insurance number to porn sites.
Oh no, because it doesn't go to the porn sites.
What, the government? That's way worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I do understand they're the ones that give it to us, but, fuck them.
But to be fair, I have been thinking I should probably start paying for porn at some point.
Why on fucking earth would you ever have that thought?
Because sex work is work and deserves being paid.
Okay. That is
My
actually
understanding
fair.
is a lot of the actors and actresses release the free videos, which is fine, but then they make the majority of their money doing custom videos.
Yeah, and doing
Or
chats
snaps.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that thing that sort for fans? Just for fans?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, is it?
I knew that too quick, didn't I?
Was OnlyFans.
Basically,
Yeah, it's
OnlyFans,
OnlyFans, yeah.
like loads of girls use it on Instagram and stuff. It's basically like, say a girl on Instagram would normally like model herself in underwear and stuff like that. The Only for Fans page is something you have to pay monthly for, but you'd get all the more
It's a porn subscription for the artist.
You get the more
Gotcha.
lewd
Yeah. Gotcha.
pictures and stuff like that.
Through Instagram.
Or no, it's through Just Fans. It's a whole separate website.
Okay, cool, gotcha.
Or you have the premium Snapchat.
Yeah, premium
subscription
Snapchat
model.
as well. Yeah.
See, again,
Nothing I
something
love-
I know a lot about, but never have
Wait,
actually.
premium Snapchat is fucking weird because it's just like time sensitive porn. It's like wank, it's gone.
It's gone
Make
forever.
A very valid point, actually.
It's like you have to pay another 25 quid to get the next one. Go! Oh, it's gone.
But it's
Is
not.
it like 20-second long clips as well?
Well, I don't
Is that
know.
what it
No,
is?
I
just
think
assume it
it's
is.
just live casting.
Okay.
At that point. But I mean, it's also like not gone forever because there was the whole thing with Snapchat. It's actually not that difficult to dig out.
No. So what it was is anything that hadn't been viewed is databased. So they could see all of the Snapchat. So say you sent a Snapchat to all of your friends and one of your friends on that list no longer uses the app. That snap is now saved in his library. and can be brought up. The second it's seen, it's gone. But it's the unseen Snapchats that can be viewed, and that's what the police used in like a couple of cases.
Right.
But the problem is the second somebody stops using an account, everything on there is
Backed up.
basically archived.
Wouldn't it just make sense for them to only
I
store
really
them
hope
there
it
for like a
makes sense to me.
month? That would make so much more sense.
Yeah, but that defeats the whole model, because if you come back and go onto your old account, you've got nothing. You're basically getting punished.
Yeah, get punished for not using the app.
That's not how you market to people. You don't punish them.
I never really got Snapchat anyway. I hate taking photos.
No, I really like Snapchat until
Premium
they
Snapchat.
brought in fucking filters, and then every fucking Snapchat
That gender
I
swap
had.
one's pretty good though.
Yeah, no,
Is it?
it's
Yeah.
It's good for what?
except everyone looks the same.
Yeah, everyone does pretty much.
Yeah,
the same.
and also it's good for what?
It's funny.
Making
I like
fake
it.
Tinder profiles.
No,
Have
for
you-
a very exciting wank.
Oh God.
Just to take a picture of yourself and try, that's a challenge
That's
wank right
that's
there.
nearly woke-boarding.
Yeah. So, has anyone got anything else that you hate about England?
Britain.
Oh no,
Oh,
British people on holiday.
Just
True.
British people.
Yeah.
It's some of the worst things in existence. Mm-hmm. It's like,
Yeah, expats, British expats.
and no, but
sorry, British immigrants.
yeah, exactly. I love the fact you could go to a temple in Tibet and there's probably some English guy drunk going, "You fucking what, you slag," trying to start a fight with a monk. It's like, it doesn't matter where you go, they're like rats. you know?
Yeah. I mean, there was that family, that Scouse family that caused
fucking
havoc
love
all
that.
throughout New Zealand.
I don't know the story.
Yeah, neither do I.
They basically
Their kids were just feral.
so
sounds-
Yeah, they're Scousers.
New Zealand they're pretty good on things like not ruining their beautiful bits and kind of being somewhat respectful and
These guys
and
just
this
busting
Scout
shit.
family they would just turn up and just rubbish everywhere at beaches, just starting fights, kids slagging people off.
It's just like
Random fires
it's just like a
lit here
living
and
mosh pit.
everywhere and-
It's just like a living mosh pit, like just and it's just like a train
It got
of
to the point where the
All with the chorus of
PM
Scouse
was
accents.
on TV
Yeah.
making announcements about this family. They were
Really?
trying to get them like deported.
Can you get like an international ASBO? So you can't leave the country because you just.
Leave it to the Scouts to get one,
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, but they'd love that up. So I got myself an international ASBO.
I'm unwelcome in 43 different countries.
I have to wear 2 tag bracelets.
That means I'm multicultured.
An Interpol ASBO.
And
I like it.
Into Palasbo.
Nice. Good. Cool.
Interpol ASBO does sound like
Time for another?
sounds like James Bond
yeah.
made by Scousers.
Cool.
So I'm just pulling one out.
Yo, Danny, you got to get us one from Il Hottie de la Potty.
Absolutely.
My least
So,
favourite British thing, the word potty. Go
Wait,
on.
can someone pronounce that?
This is from
Banan?
BFFF. I won't read out the email address because that's not true, but yeah, I think it is. Do you think it's ever acceptable to decide your own nickname, or do you think they should be bestowed upon you normal short?
No,
and remains
it's
don't
absolutely
count?
unacceptable. You make your own nickname. That's like
What? I mean, I started calling myself Taz, and people are still calling me Taz.
Oh
years
no,
later.
but I think that's like that's not something I consider. But that is a nickname, obviously. But it's not. When I think of nickname, a nickname is something that represents a something about you.
Yeah,
So
I think,
it's not just a
Taz is
shortened form.
title, but a nickname
Okay.
is something.
Yeah.
All right, fair dues.
And like a nickname is something to do with like a personality trait, or it has something behind it. It's not just a shortened version of a name or a different variation.
So, I know you probably experienced this going to iGames, going to those like LAN games. And
Yeah,
stuff.
they're
Everyone
all-
used to call each other by their
Their
alias
handles,
names.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's that. Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing. Like, people decided decided their own handles, and that's become their names over time.
Yeah, but
But
like
what I'm saying is, this is probably the only exception where you can make up
I
your own nickname.
see.
because I think in general, I think nicknames, the whole point of it is supposed to be like this bond between you and someone else. It's like where they give you a nickname is sort of like, for example, if you just met someone and you were getting along or whatever, if they give you a nickname, it feels like more of a connection. It feels like they're more invested in you.
Yeah. No, okay. I hear you.
It sounds massively like dickish to introduce yourself as like Big
No, that's
Steve
what I
or
mean.
something.
It's like introducing yourself.
Someone else has got to call you
like,
that.
It's like introducing yourself as a third person. It's like Luke says this. I find it the same sort of arrogance and stupidity.
Actually, I think I got introduced to Big Ed as I am Big Ed.
Yeah, that doesn't mean we're not saying it's not possible.
Or maybe he didn't.
I have a feeling is that a nickname though? Because his name is actually Ed, isn't it? So just putting big in front of it is just.
He
That's
probably
just an observation.
Yeah,
probably wasn't the first
descriptor.
person to call him that.
Well,
Yeah.
like I had a nickname Shifty Danny at university, and that's the same
and now
thing.
that's going to stick.
Shifty Dan.
Shifty Danny. I thought that was a nickname,
but
but
that
if
was-
he was just saying that it's a descriptor before the name, that doesn't really count.
Yeah, but it depends if you were shifty.
I still
Because if
am.
you weren't shifty, it was a nickname. If you were shifty, then they were just describing you.
I think the
Fair
people
dues.
I was hanging out with were too straight-laced.
Yeah. So that answers that. Yo, you guys ever like? Do you know what I mean? If I was just to talk about a poo berg.
What,
Yes.
like an iceberg?
You know,
It's-
like you
is
have
that
like
what
a-
you just did
You
upstairs?
just have a shit that's it's kind of it doesn't
Mount
hold
Vesuvius
together.
cack.
Yeah. Like it all kind of piles out. It piles together, and like when you look down, there's just like some sticking out the top of the bowl, top of the water, and you're just like, yeah, I know that's only like 1/9 of it though.
It's so big. It's getting.
It's like, is it
getting
gonna
aid
flush?
from the UN?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like you just see it there. It's like magnificent tiny helicopters coming in.
Kofi Annan coming in for a visit.
There's nothing more terrifying than taking a shit in a stranger's house and being worried about if it's going to go down or not.
Yeah, that
Oh
happens a
wait,
lot.
actually, I've got a really joke story. I went to me and my mate went to this house party with people we vaguely knew, but it was back when we were kids. Like everyone just turned up to house parties anyway. And we turned up to this house party. It's like fucking, it was crazy. Like the house was getting fucked up. And we got there and I went upstairs and I really needed a shit. So I just went into the toilet and I busted this fat shit and I blocked the toilet and I just left. I was just like, you know what?
That's a
I'm
poo
not, I'm not
crime.
dealing with this.
That's a fucking poo crime right there. That's
Oh fuck! Yeah, fucking Super the Hardest used to do poo crimes.
they
didn't
did.
They?
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Do they still?
I've not listened to it for a couple months actually.
Sounds like a spin-off to Tintin.
Well, you were listening to them that
investigators.
recently. They got so dull. But then, who am I to talk?
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about a pooberg with the sentence before.
Yeah.
Toilet humour will never get old.
The other day,
I mean, yeah, bums and willies, endless source of entertainment.
No, the other day I did do a poo bug.
That
I
could be-
ate an entire side portion of spicy chicken finger things and an entire 17-inch pizza in one sitting.
How did you have the roughage to put it back out?
Did you go for a midpoint
Believe
shit?
me, this thing was just flew out of me the next morning with speed and heat. It was warm.
Scientists observed it for its speed.
But yeah, no, it was the size of a cow pat. It was huge.
I was satisfying
impressed.
though. It was just like
I
every
felt
now-
so bloated beforehand. I felt great afterwards.
Like there's something wonderful about being like
Busting a fat
caught
shit.
offside or caught wrong-footed by your own bowels. Like, I feel like I need kind of a shit. Then you sit down and it's like, wow, I feel holistically better.
It's like you feel like you're just going to fart, and it's just like, sure, you can. Ship that shit, you can.
I had one of the most satisfying. I had one of the most satisfying shits of the year on Monday. Because when we went camping last weekend, all Heather had told me was how horrible the toilet was and how you definitely did not want to go into it. So I didn't for the 3 or so days. And Monday comes around,
Ouch.
and I just I unloaded. I punished that toilet.
Cut my bowel in 2 pieces. This is my last resort.
That's anal fissures. Anal fish actually fits.
Good band name. It's a good band name. Anal Fishers.
I think it is.
But it's spelled fishers as in
Well, that'd
people
be
who fish.
between skin tax and fishers.
No, but it's people who, it's actually fishers, like fishermen.
Oh, that got me.
You're welcome. Right, okay.
What was the
We were talking, Beth.
Nicknames.
And she sort of kind of written herself down as Buff, which, does she give herself that? Or was that?
No, I've only heard of...
It's something I call her, and I don't know where that's come from.
No, that's definitely from the school day thing.
It is.
Oh, wait, actually, can I ask a question? Like, do you think, because I think this way, like a nickname needs to be accepted sort of universally for it to become a thing? Because if I just started calling Hal Jamal, yeah, and that was,
Please, can we start doing that?
oh, that should be a thing. But like
Jamal Syndom.
if I was the only person that called him that, like, is that a nickname?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. So long as there's an...
Or is it a pet name? If one person's calling
how
you,
do
it's
they
a pet
fucking
name.
differ?
Just cuddling up
One
to
person
Hal
versus
after
the group.
cuddling up to
Okay.
Hal after some mad anal, and you're just like, oh, Jamal.
Were any of you guys involved in changing Greg's name to Mexican Dave?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
I think this might have just been me, Paula, and Nikki. But
Right,
just
okay.
call him Mexican Dave to his face and he'd always answer. But I don't think he noticed. It was really good.
Why Mexican Dave?
Greg,
He was wearing his sombrero.
yeah,
Oh,
like
he does
the one
have
and
from
his
his
poncho.
profile pic.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I've never actually worn a poncho, but I assume it's really hot.
He maintains
What?
its cooling and he lies.
I wore one at Donington Download Festival. You and me
Yeah,
wore
yeah.
ponchos the
Mad
entire
hot.
time we were there.
Yeah,
they were
I'm-
felt like fleece ones.
Yeah,
as well. We
yeah.
were
I know.
fine.
I
You
was
got a blowjob in the middle of a film.
while on lots of MDMA, and I was still absolutely.
We were at the main stage, and I just turned around and you get a fucking blowjob.
He's just like, hey, gringo!
Yeah.
And he looks me straight in the windows of my soul. Just like, yeah, I was just like, you fucking knob.
Wow.
Just like, behold!
How long into the festival was this? First day, second day?
I think it's second day. Yeah.
First set of the festival.
There was enough mung around his dick at that point, yeah. Like a day in.
Needed a.
It had the,
No,
it
not
had the
really
time of fermentation. You know, you got to let it settle for a day.
Speaking of nicknames, Mungdick.
That is.
Oh, who's? That's,
It can only be addressed to you.
Nelson.
Oh, for-
Nelson.
me?
Sorry.
No,
you. Oh.
Tom said it.
no, Nelson Mundick.
cool. Let's have another one.
you, boss.
Yes, thank you. Pass me the Sophie's chest. I will reach in and have a rummage. Let's see. Oh, there's 3. Oh God. Well, we're down to 2 now. So, listeners, please.
Oh, to be fair, like 4 of them went in today. So,
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
not too bad.
Let's see. This is from Rikard. Chihuahuas aren't dogs.
No, they're not.
No. Are they? I mean, what? So, what?
I don't know. Yeah, probably not, because like it gets to a point of like abuse, and I call it abuse when you're breeding animals to get like that. That it's no longer like a normal canine.
What's
That is-
abuse is naming a dog Chihuahua, because I can't fucking spell it. This is abusing the shit.
CHIUWAWAWAWAWAWA.
It's like banana.
HUA.
Where does that word end?
HUAHA, I believe.
It's like that famous Rihanna song, Chihuahua.
Oh, I've got the
What's my
fucking
name?
I think a dog has to be
Very
big
nice.
enough to pull you out of a burning building, otherwise it's not a dog.
No.
Well, I mean, border collies. They're dog as fuck, and I don't think they could pull you.
I
out
think-
of
I
a
reckon
building.
a border collie.
I think
could.
he's stocky.
I think a dog has to resemble a dog. Like Chihuahuas don't really resemble dogs. They more resemble like, I don't know, like on all 4 meerkats.
I'm going to take exception
Exception.
to that. I want a corgi. They look like potatoes.
Yeah, but they look like potato dogs.
Oh,
Yeah,
have you seen? You've seen the new corgi Pokemon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah! Oh, they're little heart-shaped
I
butts.
almost
They're-
hit pre-order on that.
Their little heart-shaped butts, fetlife.com.
Something with my corgi in his heart-shaped butt.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose. So this is one of those things, right? You know how things are called things and they aren't things. Like red panda's not a panda.
Yeah.
Is it not?
No. And
What even defines what a panda is? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, what's what? It's a bear? Like, I don't know. Because it's a bear, right?
Yeah.
Pandas are a type of bear, yeah.
Yeah. So what defines a panda?
being a bear and looking like a panda.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
whereas red pandas are a small tree dwelling thing. Is kind of they're close to raccoons or something.
I presume so.
Oh yeah, they do look like giant raccoons. To be
Yeah, and
fair.
there are fish that are called fish, but they're not fish. And so like that's
It's like tomatoes, you know, they're a fruit, but you know, they on the cover of veg.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they chihuahuas are like paradogs. They're paracanine entities.
They're K9 adjacent.
Canine adjacent, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But they sort of live in this, I don't know, like, it's something, like, if I was to look at it, it's like, that's kind of, so, you know, one of those edge case families, like the weasel family, which has a bunch of stuff in it that kind of looks weaselly, but they're not all weasel-like. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, like, chihuahuas would fit into a family like that.
See, the thing is, I'm all for saying they're not dogs because I don't think they are, but I do believe pugs are dogs.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Oh yeah, so fucking cute. Yeah, get me one of those good boys right there.
I'd never fucking buy a pug. Like, that's actually the most fucked up in dog breeding. Like, they have their eyes pop out, they're like fully deformed, like they can't breathe properly.
Yep, they're terrible.
I mean, if you want a dog that looks like it's been hit in the face with a shovel,
yeah, that looks better.
go for a pug.
Yeah, that looks better jokes. But it's
or a Boston Terrier.
But
It's just not hit from the top rather than from the front.
But it's like the same reason I buy an alpaca.
No, that's not Boston.
It wouldn't be to like fucking roam in a field of actually.
Alpacas are jokes.
Yeah, but they just look mad jokes.
Alpacas are jokes.
Yeah.
I mean they're fucking chill as shit. I mean, I want an alpaca.
Yeah, of course. Everyone wants an alpaca. It's like, let's be realistic out here. There's no person that could honestly, from the bottom of their heart, go, I don't want an alpaca.
Look at that tall, fluffy bastard. Tell me you don't want one of those cunts.
Just chewing on some grass, looking at
just
you bare
standing out
retarded.
the back, just worrying foxes or befriending them, probably.
Even if you've got a llama farm, your neighbours get an alpaca, you're like, give it up.
What is it about South America? They've got these animals just other animals all love. They've got alpacas and they've got capybaras. These are universally loved animals by other animals. They're just like, yeah, no, we got one of those. All right, let's go chill on it.
Absolutely.
When you said capybara, I just thought of capoeira. And then, like,
Capoeira capybaras would be a great extreme sport.
Hell yeah.
how would you make it a sport? They're just fighting.
Well, see, the capybaras actually, they developed the sport because they've got to figure out, like...
Oh, what, they started it?
Yeah, of course they did. So they figure out how to do all their backspins and shit. And the reason they do this is because they need to get, like, they're swimmers. They're sort of, they like to spend a lot of time in the water, but they share their water with, like, caiman and alligators and crocs quite a lot. So they came up with their, capybara capoeira in order just to fucking dance over the heads of the lizards in the water. So that's why you've got one just on the side with like these fucking string instruments going bring good boom doom boom doom. And you got like another capybara shaking a bird of some description going and then you just got these capybaras just fucking spinning and flipping over the top of the water surface.
And just like an alligator goes to bite when it's like...
I'm pretty sure I've seen that Sepultura music video.
All right, as much as chihuahuas definitely aren't dogs, I think there should be an honourable mention for seals that definitely are.
Oh man, that's a good shout. Yeah, the ocean puppers.
Absolutely, they are just dogs in a different body. And
fucking hell, I just like every now and then there are stories. Like for instance, when you go diving in the southern, like around Antarctica, like one of the big concerns is leopard seals because they can fuck up pretty much anything they want to. That's like not an orca. And like, if they take against you, you're not going to be having a good time. But also, like, because they're dogs, if they see you, like, there are stories of people, like, being sort of fussed over by a leopard seal. They're like, no. And then the, like, leopard seal trying to pull them in a direction. It's like, no. And then the leopard seal disappears for a while. And it just comes back with half a penguin, because there's things, it's obviously decided that you can't feed yourself. So it's just like, no, come on, you little weakling. You eat up. And come join the pack.
Yeah, it's poking you, going, oh, look at him. And you're thinking, oh, look at him. But in actuality, that thing will fuck you up. So it is, oh, look at you.
Yeah. And like, there's, like, I think there are also stories of seals, like, kind of trying to encourage swimmers and divers away from dangerous areas and stuff. They're fucking awesome.
They're not dogs then, they're sea nans. They make sure you're well fed and they make sure you don't get into trouble. Keep you off the streets.
They're all sea dogs, but they're all lassie.
Just look at
All fucking straight cut, aren't they?
you look on the beaches where the seals live, and there's just Werther's originals everywhere.
Werthers and doilies as far as the eye can see.
They wear doilies like what's that Jewish hat called?
Like yarmulkes.
Yeah, yarmulkes.
I was thinking more along the lines of sort of the old Victorian style knotted handkerchief on the head.
What, the four corner?
Yeah, to protect like bald people at the beach. All right, sweet, cool. That's 2 hours done. Thank you very much, Danny.
Thank fuck.
That's right.
That's
Chihuahuas.
it. They're over.
That's right. We've ended Chihuahuas.
We've done it, guys. We've finally done something worthwhile. Chihuahuas aren't. But then fucking marbles. I fucking love that dog.
There's one good Chihuahua in
There
the
is
world.
one good Chihuahua.
Fuck's sake.
Is he like the Nelson Mandela of Chihuahuas?
No, he's not quite sure he's alive. He just has this vacant stare of.
Yeah,
exist.
like tongue out to one
exist?
side. Man, have you seen the videos of Jenna Marbles reading roasts on her dogs?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
What?
So people tweeted.
Do you know who Jenna
roast.
Marbles is? YouTuber. She's fucking. She's wonderful.
I was going to assume porn star, but
No. She's like one of the OG, one of the most successful YouTubers.
The big one that kicked off her career was how to trick people into think you're really good looking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. She was on YouTube Rewind, right? Or she was one of the people.
Possibly, I don't know. I want to be tall. Cool, shall we?
This one's from me. Mm-hmm. When they put on spandex, do cyclists not realise they're cunts?
So this is a good point, because I literally cycle for a job, and I refuse to dress up as sponsored sperm and like cycle around in Lycra. I just wear like normal shorts and a normal t-shirt. Like fuck that. Like literally they look like sponsored sperm, like flying past you at some mad speed. And it's just like, okay.
It's just that moment in your life where you strapped yourself into what looks like shit dominatrix gear and then just pedalled out in front of a car for 6 hours.
It's a fucking Zentai suit without the commitment,
Exactly.
right?
It's like,
When Zentai sounds like a really calm version of hentai.
No, or does it sound like a very confusing version of hentai?
It's
just like
it's
paradoxical hentai.
No, it's like a guided meditation that just leads into like full on tentacle.
Yeah.
It starts by like calm your mind, then like ASMR but for fucked up people.
If an anime girl gets fucked in the woods and there are no tentacles around to fuck her, does she still get fucked?
Do you know anal cunt's actually ASMR for metalheads?
shoe fits.
So my theory with cyclists is, and spandex is they actually, the thing is they do actually realize that, okay, if I'm going to do this, I've got fucking
go full in.
carbon fiber bike. I've got fucking fixies. I've got these shoes that lock in. All right. So I've gone, and this is all good. This aids my, this makes very noticeable difference to like how easy it is to ride.
The actual performance, yeah.
But, if I'm going to go cunt, I might as well go full cunt, right?
Well,
let's fucking skin tight this shit. Let's make sure that the entire world knows about my fucking package, all right? And let's get some fucking Nicki Minaj fucking ass shit going on in the seat of this shit. Make it comfortable.
At least BMXers have the decency not to do it on roads. Get the fuck out of the road.
Also, to your point, Taryn, it's like, if you've got like the lock-in boots and you've got the carbon fiber bike, you look fucking stupid if you're not dressed up as sponsored sperm, because it looks like you're underplaying your own bike.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you had lock-in shoes and wearing just combats, that would look a little odd. But you can put it off in shorts. You easily put it off in cargo shorts.
I've seen Björn do that.
Yeah, just put it off in a pair of cut-off jeans, like a real man.
Imagine like 3,000
like hot real man,
3,000 pound carbon fiber bike, and he's just wearing full jeans and a shirt.
Hell yeah, that's my shit.
Hashtag fet life.
If they're wearing Lycra, I think they're definitely more noticeable if you're driving, because you always look at them and think, what makes
them noticeable is when they just like queue up 4 deep in front of my car like they did today driving through fucking Bromley.
Well,
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Man, there's nothing that confuses me more than when cyclists ride side by side.
Doesn't
It's
make any fucking
why,
sense.
Why aren't any of you using this fucking clean air you're making?
Yeah.
Just fucking get in line, alright? And then some of you have an easier time, move someone up. Like, if you're gonna fucking cycle, use some fucking nous on it. Like, do it properly.
It's like basic queuing.
Someone make the clean air, the rest of you have an easier time, switch in and out, fucking do it like the geese do.
It's like
Do it like professional cyclists.
it's like they're unqualified to queue.
Sorry?
They're unqualified to queue. It's like they're not even qualified enough to.
It's
just
why
queue.
cycling is a fundamentally un-English pastime. It's because they don't queue right.
Yeah. It's like that.
That's
And-
why
and
I
they
hate
don't
about,
have
That's
tea.
why I hate about Britain.
what is
Fucking spandex spastics.
why is
Spandex
said that.
spastic.
No, it's alright, you said spasdics. Wait, that's no better.
That's significantly worse.
Spandex cunts.
That's good. Straight to the point.
Stretchy,
Stretchy-
dries well. No, wait.
Sweaty, stretchy cunts.
Alright, cool. Let's do
Carbon
it.
fibre dickheads.
It's a subsection of
There you go.
juicyfood.com.
Get us one from Sophie's chest.
One from the community.
I'll get the one from.
Oh, is that it?
That's it, there's one left.
Oh, there's one here.
Yeah, one left. Just
Rikard
one.
says you get to choose 3 languages to be fluent in. Which you choose? Mandarin, Spanish, German.
Yeah, fair dues. Well, is it Mandarin or Cantonese that's the more...
Mandarin. Mandarin's the most spoken language in the world.
Okay, cool.
That's what I go with, just out of like it's just from a tactical point of view. It's like those 3 languages can get you jobs just by knowing those 3 languages.
I mean, at this point, if you're gonna play that game, then wouldn't you want to go Mandarin, Indian, and then Spanish? No. That means you speak to more of the world.
Yeah, but fuck going to India. That's long. Like I'll fully go China, but
I mean, mate, you're saying that like India's on the up and up. It's going to be an economic powerhouse.
I'm
so
going
they
to
could
say,
sort out
does
the water
no one want to
crisis.
speak English in this one?
absolutely.
Oh, I assume like English was.
Yeah, I just assumed that was your nature.
Oh, no, that's not what the question asks. That's
fucking
not what the question says.
Like, there's a fucking British privilege right there, right? You just assume English.
Yeah, I thought he meant 3
Exactly,
other languages.
Yep. Yeah.
Shit, then
English, Spanish, and Japanese, just because they're the places I want to go.
I think
Everywhere
Hey,
speaks
where do you
those.
want to go that speak Spanish? Spain?
No.
No. Where?
South America.
Yeah, bits of
Do they
South America.
Oh, okay,
and-
cool.
South America, like that. There's a huge.
Wait, don't all the cool bits of South America speak Portuguese though?
You can get by.
Probably.
No, it's the other way around. It's easy to get by on
that's right,
Portuguese
it's the other way
than it is
round,
on
isn't it?
Spanish.
Oh, is it?
I believe so. At least that's what the Portuguese tell me.
I think you guys are going.
Unfortunately, they do it in their own language, and I just shout at them so I can't understand.
Latin.
Yes, I do like your custard tarts. Thank you for.
I think I'd go for like really, really obscure languages. 'Cause,
Icelandic.
like, no,
No,
like,
super obscure.
super obscure. Because if you go for the big languages, there's going to be lots of other people that can do the same thing.
Oh, you mean like
But if you know
Scouse?
like 2 really random languages that nobody from that country speaks that other language, and you can
Yeah.
be the sole translator that deals with all the shit between the 2 of them.
That could go wrong as well. It's like if you just choose 2 languages that are just like they would never interact.
One thing that comes to mind there is rather than Japanese, learn to speak Ainu. Or Ainu, I don't know. I think it's Ainu or it's
that a certain-
A-I-N-U.
is that a certain dialect?
No, they're the
Is it like Mandarin and Cantonese?
no, they were the people that were living on Hokkaido before Japan took it over. The Ainu, they have their roots from Indochina. Eurasia in Indo-European sort of roots. So yeah, they kind of look a little different, and their language is different in construction. But being a minority, indigenous people, indigenous is what I was looking for.
Okay.
They don't have, they've not had the best of times. And it's an interesting language. And then you could like do fucking real wild card, go for something like a dead language.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Latin, but like what
properly dead. Like nobody speaks like ancient Sacharian or some shit like that.
What if you went for the religious? You went like Latin, Wait, what was the
Deadeye?
No, Latin, Hebrew, and obviously Mandarin, because Mandarin just has to be in there because everyone speaks it. I mean, in one place.
Oh,
I'm definitely going to go English, Deadeye, and Klingon.
Yeah, I was English, Klingon, and Elven. So there was.
Oh, you can just learn Finnish. Finnish sounds like fucking
Finnish
really does.
Finnish literally sounds mental. Like I also
every time I hear Seal speaking in Finnish, I just go, "All right, Liv Tyler, shut up."
Why Liv? Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Played enough.
So I read a story the other day of this couple. I think they were an American and a French person. And when they met, they didn't speak each other's languages, but they hit it right off. And they the way they communicated was the first couple of years of their relationship. They communicated in Klingon.
Wow.
Yeah, right. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, they just kind of met at a Star Wars convention. Star Trek,
yeah.
I'd laugh so hard if after like 2 years he said, actually, I spoke your language all the time, but I just wanted to practice my Klingon.
Kapla?
Oh, do you know what? Maybe something useless like Esperanto.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it too much. I don't like to hear it called useless.
No, I mean, no, I also like Esperanto because there's something quite cool about trying to make a pan-European, politically neutral language
that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, there's logical construction to it. That is awesome, but almost nobody speaks it.
But like Latin, Scouse, and Scouse is a language of its own. I don't care what anyone says. Like that, I remember me and my friends, we were on a train, like leaving.
For international listeners, when we say Scouse, that is from people in Liverpool in England.
With no class.
Fuck the class, they have no voice. Me and my friends were like standing on the train, and for a good like maybe 10 minutes, this person was talking, and we were trying to figure out what language. Like we were convinced they were talking another language, and then he just must have said one phrase, and I was like, "Wait, you're speaking English?" And we were just bemused. Like, it literally blew my mind because it didn't sound, like, coherent at all.
Yeah.
Okay, Deadeye, Klingon, Roadman.
Roadman's really useful.
Well, he's a cat flip.
I did have another idea, but it's gone now. So, Danny. You want to get this one from Il Hottie de la Potty?
One from the
host. Oh, I think this is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to have a little more coffee.
Sorry. There's something about doing a podcast before 12 o'clock that just really throws me off.
Got to have some coffee.
Oh, no. Okay, this is from Beth. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Ginger, baby, scary, sporty, and posh. If you were a Spice Girl, what would you be and why?
When you started that off,
Trash. I'd be Trash Spice.
I thought this was a shopping list for figging. Sorry, I got really confused.
I don't know all of their names.
You don't need to know their names. You need to create your own.
Is it what Spice
what would you be out of those Spice Girls?
Oh, is it?
If you were a Spice Girl, what would you be and why?
Oh, I think it means, you've got to make up your own spice.
Yeah, no, I'd be, Trash Spice, I think.
Trash Spice.
Absolute Trash Spice.
I'd be Wavy Spice.
Nah, David would be Wavy Spice.
Oh, that is true.
No, he'd be Long Spice.
Long Spice, yeah.
Yeah, Wavy Spice. Or Sketch Spice.
Sketch Armstrong.
Danny.
I've not got a clue. I think this is like nicknames. I think this has to be given to you.
Okay, well, fine. Then let's each give the spice name to the person on our left.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn.
So, I mean, Tom...
I can't say that on air.
Probably. I don't know. Tom would either be Tech Spice or Malbec Spice.
Yeah, I'll take that. Malbec Spice works quite well.
Wait, I just realised when you said I can't say that on air, you were talking about what you were thinking my spice was.
So the person on your left, anyone got any other spices?
I'll bleep it out, but it was going to be Scapper Spice.
I'd call him Mr. Spice.
Wordy Spice.
Wordy Spice. Okay, cool.
I've got to come up with another one for Luke.
What would Beth be?
Bland.
Spice.
Planned Spice.
Bland.
Oh, bland. Oh,
Apologetic Spice.
oh, yes. Actually, that's pretty fucking good.
But Bland Spice is like it's
An oxymoron
cognitive
there.
dissonance in itself.
No, I mean, bland spice is basically just it's like that pot
Salt.
of it's that pot of ground coriander that you've had, but the lid's been slightly open for the past 3 years.
Yeah, I was going to say it's definitely parsley that's been left open for a long time. Like, it barely had a flavour to start with decades ago.
Yeah. Absolutely. Apologetic spice. I think that's pretty
That's
good.
definitely Beth.
Yeah.
Sorry Spice, actually.
Sorry Spice.
would be
Sorry
better.
Spice
It's
is
got
good.
It rolls off the tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
Victorian Spice would probably be Hal, I think. Or Steampunk Spice.
Yeah, he'll love that.
When we gonna call him Jamal? So it's Jamal
Oh,
Spice.
Jamal Spice.
Industrial Spice, he'll really hate that.
Industrial
Even when he was in
Spice.
an industrial band, he didn't like calling it an industrial band.
Oh, really? What did he call it?
Goth cyberpunk, or was that? I can't remember. It's goth cyber metal.
Cyber
something.
goth.
Cyber metal. I can't remember.
Okay, cool.
It was industrial.
Cyber metal. What makes it cyber? Was it?
It was basically industrial.
They've just got like they've just got an iMac.
You know, like metal, and you put synths over, it and it sounds like industrial.
Oh right.
Yeah.
It was that. Yeah. 9-inch nail, motherfucker.
No, my vegan band.
Yeah, call him
9-inch
Nin
kale.
Spice.
Nim Spice.
Oh, who's the dude behind Nin? Shit. Never mind.
Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor. Yeah, call him Reznor Spice. There we are. Done.
Reznor sounds like a spice.
It does, doesn't it?
Just
It sounds.
put a bit of Reznor on.
It sounds like one of those weird spices that you're never quite sure what to do with, like fenugreek or asafoetida.
I was going to say he's probably
Sorry, whoa, don't breeze past that. What did you just say? Asafoetida.
Asafoetida.
Never heard of it.
It
Sounds like a holiday destination
it's
for
this kind
British
of
tourists.
it's this kind of very light yellow spice, very very kind of fine, and it basically smells. It's a bit pissy, to be honest. It's kind of got this kind of.
Oh, that's
Are you
definitely.
sure? Are you sure it's not mephedrone?
It's got this. It's kind of got this edge of sulfur and piss to it if you use too much. But like, if you use like,
it's just demon extract.
if you use just the right size pinch in a curry, it does fucking amazing things. But it's a high risk maneuver.
But if you go
it's a
too-
fucking high risk
if you
maneuver.
go too far, it melts your skin.
Yeah. Well, no, if you go too far, it's like all it tastes like is fucking asafoetida. It's just like, this is my Rogan ass. This is fucking tikka masala
I just saw
ass.
John Rogan getting rimmed then.
Whoa, FetLife's.com.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, fuck it. Let's burn that last one in the
Oh, sorry, I've got to come up with one for Luke, haven't I?
Oh yeah, you do.
Base Spice. I fucking like that, yeah.
There's always on a mad one. There's nothing else. Oh, there is. Who's?
Tara?
Oh, is that for me? Is it? All right, sweet. Let's do this
From
shit.
Community.
So, this has been all Rikard and. Oh no, Beth Anton. Okay, who's this from? This is smiley face.
Yay.
We didn't hear from her last episode, did we? It's fine.
No.
What's your worst childhood battle scar?
Oh, I can. Well,
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but I've got a scar on the knuckle of my little finger on my right hand, from where just a brief school trip, and we found a deer in our downtime. We found a deer hide, and this was going to be our little base for our group of friends. And we got there one time, another group were in there from another school, and it kind of we got nailed. We were here first. No, we were here first. And then kind of came pushy, and then some kid pushed me, and then the other kids, my mate, said, "Go on, fucking hit him, Taz." So I fucking lamped him one, pulled my hand back, got a tooth in my hand, and he's going, "Ah!" And then, pulled the tooth out. He took the tooth away, and it got a scar on it. And that's
he just takes that. He's
pretty
like,
much
that's,
that. And it
that's
just,
mine.
I just remember the smell of it, like over the next couple of days, like keeping it plastered up, and then when you take the plaster off to dress the room, like, just smelling a bit rotty, you know. So that wasn't cool.
Can I know this is pointless for the viewers at home, but like I want to show you guys what the scar is because it's fucking crazy.
Well, just do it into the microphone, they'll see it.
That one there, like all across my leg.
Oh shit, what's that?
So I was.
Describe it for the listeners.
So it's like quite a wide it's just a wide scar on the back of my leg from basically one side to the other. I was playing, have you ever heard of game Pac-Ball? It might have had different names where you just hit it.
Yeah.
So we're playing that, at this local youth center, I guess, where kids just hang out during the summer because everyone's at work. And we were playing a game, and the ball got put in the roof, and we needed the ball because we had nothing else to do. So one of the kids was boosting me up, and as he was boosting me up, I don't even know why we thought it's a good idea, but as he was boosting me up, he lost balance, and I fell backwards, and there was a metal square bin, just like open top, and I fell straight onto it, like through my leg, and like it was just fucked.
Oh, wow.
I cried at first out of shock, and then I was like, no, I'm fine. And then like the youth leader, whatever they were, like they were like, no, you need to go to hospital. And I was like, no, it's fine. And I looked back, and there's just this huge gaping hole in my leg. I was like,
yeah.
It's quite a sizable scar now.
Yeah, exactly. And imagine my legs were way smaller, so like it literally went from one side to the other, and like pretty much nearly to the bone. Like it was fucked.
Ooh.
And it was disgusting. And do you know what's even weirder? Only 8 stitches.
Wow.
Nice.
That's efficient.
Yeah.
Because people normally have tiny scars. It's like, oh yeah, I got 136,000 stitches.
Well, with this one, it's just like, it's such a big wound. It's like, we just use fucking lengths of leather just to lash it back together.
Just iron it. Just iron it.
Spit and rub.
Yeah, just get
Extreme ironing.
Just get some kind of spandex to take you up a mountain with a back powered iron just to fucking grease it
Jumping
back
out of a plane.
While doing a hand
cyclists.
Hell yeah. It's the way forward.
Is this necessary? Just like free falling out in the sky, just ironing your leg.
Wow.
Yeah, of course you don't have a parachute. They've just got to hold on to you.
No, they don't have a parachute. They just got an ironing board.
Just surfing it down and just need to land a skim.
Yeah, it's like the opening to the Power Rangers film, but everyone dies.
See, this extreme mining is way too rigid. Can we do some freeform mining?
Oh my god, interpretive ironing.
You just hold up a sheet to the sun and just let nature take its form.
People just like mining actual iron. It's just like, I can take this art where I want.
Or you just find a nice expansive wall, you tape a sheet to it, and then you just fucking lob irons at the sheet. It's like, they straighten out, you cunt.
And they'd have a competition, and whoever won would obviously be called Iron Man.
Nice. Or like you just kind of grab the lead of the iron by the plug end and just fucking spin it round like a hammer, like Olympic hammer.
Yeah, you throw it,
and then you just gotta fucking yeet it onto a sheet.
or like the hammer put. What about the 500 meters?
500 meter iron.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of work.
Just like every time you jump over, you're not jumping over normal like barriers. They're all ironing boards, and as you jump over, you need to iron a part of a t-shirt, otherwise you get disqualified.
Or you got like a 500 meter long table, right, with just a crinkled tablecloth on it. You just got to fucking leg it up alongside as hard as you can, just ironing out as much as you can in one go.
And then you have the long iron, the high iron,
The shot iron.
yeah,
Triple iron.
Triple iron.
Cool.
Right, I don't have any childhood scars, but I do have one on my forehead, which happened when I got extremely drunk, and I tried to duck under a barrier that was in the smoking area of the bar I was in, and I headbutted a sandwich board, and it bled a lot.
Yeah, so I've got my one. Yeah, I've got one sort of at the top of my head, which is where me and Darren, my cousin, host on this, we were out in the woods near me, and we made a base. It was actually pretty nice. We found some willow fronds, made a nice curtain, and just kind of set it up as a nice bit of shade. It was a hot day. It was nice cool in here with my mate Ian. And I sort of fell asleep for a little while. And when I woke up, I sat up well quickly and just headbutted this kind of like branch that I'd snapped off. There's a sticky bit out.
A gouger.
Yeah. Just kind of got that. That was yeah.
For sure, the biggest scar I do have is getting sexually abused by my uncle.
Trauma comedy, yeah. Oop.
My dad.
I was joking.
My dad dropped a plate on my foot. That was about it. When I was a child. When I was like 3 or something.
Oh, 1 second, somebody's at the door.
It's Rikard.
Carry on. We're almost there. Let's finish this shit off.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Almost. God, yeah, I need to finish soon. Let's do it. One more.
Cool.
It's your turn, Tom.
Yeah, it is. Oh, who is it? Oh, is it? Is that a Lola?
It looks like a Lola.
Hey, Lola! That's all right. You can come in. You be loud.
Hi.
There we are.
How's it going?
What we got, Tom?
Oh, it's a handwritten one. And it's from Johnny.
Yep.
If you swap politicians' voices around, which voice would you like to hear coming out of which faces?
Donald
E.g.
Trump out of Theresa May.
E.g. Boris Johnson's voice out of Theresa May or Anne Widdecombe's out of Rees-Mogg.
Oh my God, Anne Widdecombe out of Jacob Mogg would be.
Do you know what? Anne Widdecombe's voice coming out of Mitch McConnell would be fucking brilliant.
What about Xi Jinping's voice coming out of Jeremy Corbyn?
I think it's
That's actually a good shout.
I'm going to have to go for Putin and Trump just to, like, complete the conspiracy.
Nice. Yeah. That's good.
That's some reptilian overlords put on the wrong mask this morning shit right there.
Kim Jong-un on Elton John? I know he's not a politician, but I do like Kim Jong Elton John.
I mean, there is some resemblance there.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Kim Jong Elton John is the greatest singer of all time.
Self-proclaimed greatest.
So, fact. Okay. So, fuck you. Who? What's his name? Who played Picard?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Thank you. Now, does he count as a politician because he's a Labour peer?
I don't know. Like, when you think about it, he's probably more of a politician than, like, Trump. So, probably.
So, Patrick Stewart's voice coming out of, fucking, what's her name? Jacinda, the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking awesome.
It's Morgan Freeman's voice coming from Jeremy Corbyn's Japsai.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
or how about Berlusconi's voice coming from Diane Abbott?
Are there any good lords?
Sorry?
Are there any good lords?
There are no good lords. They're all terrible.
There's good lord.
I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Are there any lords that have got a good voice?
All from the House of Lords.
Yeah, lords in general.
There's
good voices.
Prescott. He's a lord now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been a lord for a while.
Is he lording it about?
He certainly is.
Lording all over the shop.
Fucking,
Look at him. He's fucking taking the piss, lording it over here, lording it over there.
But yeah, no, I don't really know much about the House of Lords because
Neither do I. I have no. I don't even know
my
one
political
lord.
engagement is low. Okay, so John Bercow. Who do we want? Whose voice do we want coming out of the Speaker of the House of Commons? Yeah, there's a good one. Fucking what's her name? Oh, that'd be funny.
Ariana Grande.
No, she's just been fired. She followed Sean Spicer as press.
Ariana Grande.
Sorry.
It's definitely Ariana.
She's definitely got more reach than most politicians.
Yeah, no, it's fair dues.
The wingspan.
Probably
on
more
her.
sense as well.
Yeah, Ariana Grande's wingspan is magnificent.
Let's just go full nuclear with this one. Bernie Sanders' face, Adolf Hitler's voice.
Oh my
Just
God.
really mixed messaging.
Yeah. He's saying like we need to take down Wall Street, but it's in a really heavy, angry German accent.
Yeah, so fucking Joseph Goebbels coming out of, what's her name? Palin.
Sarah
Palin's voice.
What about
And
Angela
all
Merkel?
she talks about is Alaska.
And all she, and the fact that dinosaurs don't exist.
What about Angela Merkel coming out of David Blunkett's mouth?
Angela Merkel sounds like a character you made up, Darren.
No, it sounds like... I've always imagined that Angela Merkel is like Skepta's imaginary friend.
Oh, Skepta. I love him.
So it's
You've
like,
made Skepta really cute in my head. That's so nice.
Cool.
What was that?
I was just checking my pits, but they do still smell of the thing I sprayed on them, so it's all
I love how you put it
good.
up to the mic. Here, listeners.
Have a fucking whiff of that, you enduring cunts. No, they're not cunts. I love you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Take me back. I didn't. It was technically.
Well, you're
your
a
fault.
fucking bitch anyway, but...
Right. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone got anything to plug?
Okay, fine. I'll start. I mean, I'm still currently plugging my Wordspace horror blog, which is forgreattruth.wordpress.com. Check that out. Also, I've just started watching a series on Netflix that's kind of been flying under the radar. It's called Easy. It's like 25-minute long episodes, anthology series. There is just like people that live in Chicago. Let's have a look at their relationship, and let's have a look at this relationship. It's really fucking lovely.
I thought it was going to be just like 15-year-old girls, Lambrini, and a park.
I mean, some of it isn't too far off. So some of it is raunchy as fuck. Some of it's really sweet. An episode I watched last night was basically a suburban horror story about the package thief.
Oh, wow. That's very cool.
It's awesome. I highly recommend it. Anyone else?
No, I've got nothing to plug.
Are you sure, Danny? Like, there must be something in your life that you've gone, ooh, fuck yeah.
Go watch AGDQ.
What's that?
Awesome games done quick.
You stole
There's
my
a few
plug.
more days. Yeah, it's awesome, good fun, and the people devote so much time and energy to perfecting these games, and they raise a huge amount of money for charity, and it's definitely worth a watch.
Cool.
I'd say just read any book by Carlo Rovelli. It's like a leading quantum physicist, and he has books on time and just the nature of things in general. And he builds it up from like ancient Stoic, like our most ancient like science, to like how science developed, and then now explains like the forefront of the field. And it's ridiculously well written.
If you're not going to take those books with you when you move out the country. Like, I'll have shelf space.
I definitely will take those books, but I can lend you the book.
Yeah.
I can lend you the Order of Time. The what is it? Everything is not as it seems. I have on Kindle.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, actually, there's a thing that happened on YouTube. It's just by complete coincidence, but two different channels, Philosophy Tube and Some More News.
Just my other plug, though.
Completely independent of each other, posted two fucking in-depth takedowns of Ben Shapiro.
Literally just about to plug that one as well.
Oh my god.
Right, fine, I've got another one.
So there's Some More News one. It's like, usually they do like 20, 25-minute episodes. They do an hour and 10.
Yeah.
Just
it was
fucking
so good.
So, and like their whole thing is just picking apart basically what Shapiro has done and said. Whereas Philosophy Tube kind of they kind of focus more on his abortion argument, but he kind of deconstructs him philosophically and like where he's actually coming from. And they're both fucking wonderful. I highly recommend them.
If
That
I
could
wanted
be a really
to
good
vote,
idea, though. Getting like really fucking stupid people's autobiographies and then trying to philosophically like break it down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I highly
Like
recommend.
Katie Price's, like, if we just everyone has to read Katie Price's fucking autobiography, and then we all just sit here and try and philosophically
just try and find some meaning in
exactly.
it.
God, yeah, that sounds like the worst idea ever podcast, doesn't it?
Hell yeah!
Where they watch Sex and the City 2 58 times or something.
What the fuck?
And reviewed it.
That's worse than waterboarding.
We just need to find someone who's read a lot of trash biographies. Ask for the worst one they've ever read, and then just read that every month.
I mean, Amazon reviews can help you.
No,
out.
I think the worst,
the
the worst is going to be, what was that girl's name? Do you remember the Nevermind the Buzzcocks where the one of the guests walked off?
Preston.
Yeah, but who is his girlfriend? What's her name? Chantel.
Yeah.
I reckon that's got to be like close to one of the lowest.
How about this for an idea for a podcast, actually? Shit.
Just shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
That one was an assquake.
No, we review the gay erotic novels by Tingle. What's his name?
What?
Charlie Tingle. something
Tingle,
like that.
isn't that the elf from Wind Waker?
Yeah.
And from the Zelda series in general. I don't know about these.
He's very famous for doing like Brexit gay erotica.
Yes,
and
yeah.
He has like,
Laura
I found
used to
out
sell
he was
that.
a Triceratops. Like that kind of plot.
I'm all up for this now that it seems like this fucking Tremors marathon is fucking impossible to pull together.
And I will plug even more news, which is the Some More News guys doing a podcast there.
Good.
And they've just started doing, I think it's spinning out into a new podcast called
The Worst Year Ever. Oh, I'm so excited.
Which is going to be following the election.
Yeah, it's going to be the Some More New guys teaming up with, oh my God. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good.
Did you listen to the one that's just come out?
Which one?
So Even More News with Robert Evans on it.
No, I haven't yet.
Do it.
I've got one last thing to plug. My ass.
Cool.
Yay!
And with that, cue the music. Share and tell a friend. It's the only way we're going to get more listeners. Our website is pottopicpodcast.com. Rate and review on all your platforms and all of your everything else.
The voice of God.
It's only on me. Yeah. I'm the voice of God. So, Tara, now it's your turn.
And I would like to say a big shout out to. Hang on. Oh fuck! This is really difficult when I'm not drunk. Oh, Orangafruüp with 2 U's and an umlaut. For the use of their song Trippples with 3 P's.
3 P's.
You can find Trippples with 3 P's.
3 P's.
On the self-titled album Orangafruüp with 2 U's and an umlaut. Find that shit on Bandcamp, SoundCloud. Fucking just go to music sharing places and. And also, don't forget to check out Monkey Fist and Scotch Lobster too.
Yeah, enough of that shit. So thank you very much, all the hosts, for joining me this evening. And of course, oh yeah, I'm so not used to saying. Hang on, turn up the effects, Taryn. Hang on. Let's say, there you go. Everyone's got it now.
Behold,
a mother.
And thank you for enduring.
Yes. Oh, as ever.
Bye.
And can I get a
really reverby, echoey?
can I get a hallelujah?
motherfucking?
Check.
Welcome to Danny Dyer's ASMR. Listen to me, you fucking slag. I'm gonna cut you up.
I said nice one.
Are you happy with it?
You fucking slag. Am I doing?
Oh, have you played Final Fantasy X yet?
No.
Oh my God. No, seriously. So, I'd say 7, 8, 9, and 10 are like the games, right? So 7, classic, whatever. 8, I think, is one of the most underrated of the Final Fantasy games. 9, absolute masterpiece.
No. I mean, 9's the underrated one. Like after after 8, everyone just like.
No. But I know
this shit.
I know
the cartoons again.
No, I know way more people. I know. First of all, 9 did huge in sales, and I know nearly everyone I know has that are Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 9's been the sleeper hit. Like Final Fantasy 7's always been the big one, and then there's the PS2 generation, whereas Final Fantasy 10 came along, and people have been all up on that. But it was like for PlayStation generation, it was genuinely at the time it was split down the line. You're either Final Fantasy 7 or you were Final Fantasy 8 because you like Final Fantasy 8 was a bit more mature. It looked a bit better, and then Final Fantasy 9 came. Final Fantasy 9 it was the same thing as the Wind Waker effect, right? Because when the GameCube came out, they showed that awesome demo with Ganondorf and Link, and it looked fucking amazing. And then they came out with this toon-ass looking Wind Waker, and everyone was like, "What the fuck's this shit?" But over time, people have gone, "No, actually,
Wind Waker's one of the best ones."
That's fucking
Wind Waker's a fucking good game.
Like, that's probably one of the best.
It
if
is,
not
for
the
sure.
best.
For sure.
The same thing's happened with 9.
I think
we pushed for time.
Fucking look at these times. Yeah, you're right. Let's carry on.
Zelda games, I'd say my top 3 are Wind Waker, Ocarina, and Link to the Past.
Come on. We need to crack on.
I think I was
chaps.
going to pull one.